people.
Come
Welcome
on.
to the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal FC fan. I'm joined by Oscar, Chelsea fan.
Hey, if you got 3 points this weekend, say ho. Oh. Shout out to 3-point collectors. Hey, I can't remember the last time my team was the only team to win. This is fantastic. What a great weekend, guys. How are we doing?
Once in a Chelsea blue. I'm joined by Ernest, a Manchester United fan.
It's been a great week of hate watching and just finding out that the agendas, which are actually facts, that I've been spitting from, as my grandmother used to say, RIP, from time immemorial. I've been telling you lot about a certain man and certain leagues. This week, we ate good.
Your caption still says, bring me an Italian.
Bring me an Italian. And you know what Italian is almost going to be available soon? You know what Italian is almost I'll take Haram for 1 season, then he could go as well.
Yeah. Wow. It's worth it, man. It's worth it. It's a healthy trade.
So it's a 1 season wonder. That is it.
Dallo might become Cafu. I need it, man.
I'm joined by Robinho, a Manchester United fan.
Guys, United will United, but Spurs will Spurs. Good. United will United, but Spurs will always Spurs. That is what I found out this weekend. But it is hate watching. As you know, I am team hater. # as always. Let's get into it.
Let's get down to business. Before we get into it, anyone got any surprise or highlight of the week? I've got a couple in case anyone hasn't got any.
I've got one, and it's I was gonna say piggybacking, but I know people like to give yellow cards on this podcast, so I won't say that.
You said it now.
It just came out.
You said it.
Sorry. All right. It was piggybacking off a highlight of the week that Ernest gave a few weeks ago, I think. But yesterday, I went to the cinema to watch one battle after another.
Good stuff, yeah?
That's the best film I've seen this year.
Thank you.
That's the best film I've seen this year.
Thank
That
you.
film is fantastic.
It's amazing.
One battle after another.
Yeah.
Sick film.
That film is insane. It's insane.
Are you saying I should have a butcher's? Are you not telling me I should take a petty
100%.
butcher?
But Ernest, is it a Peter film?
We don't care. The film is.
Wait, hang on, Ernest. What does he mean by that?
No, because you're not. No, because you're not. You're not an enthusiast like me and Oscar are. So you have your niche films that I think there has to be a level of interest where you can get drawn in for 2 hours, or you'll like freeze out after like 15.
Yeah.
Do you know
So,
what? Yeah?
do you know what, Ernest? I think it's more of a Robin film. I think Robin would love it. I don't think Peter would love it.
Guys, I'm a movie guy. However, I just don't have the time. That's
Then you're
the
not a
honest
movie guy.
truth.
You're not a movie guy. What is that? This
Well,
guy
like,
watching.
You need to make the time.
I don't get it. Guys, there are so many interests in the world. How I can't make time for all of it. It is
Which
tough.
is true, but like I would never say you're not a wrestling guy.
Ask me the last time I watched a wrestling match.
He don't watch wrestling.
Okay. I'm trying to give you a rope here, but you know.
No. My point is, even I am a wrestling guy, but again, I haven't seen it in such a long time that you would actually think
you're
I'm
an
a wrestling
F1 guy.
anymore. Now we're talking.
Exactly. You're F1 and you're one of Serie A's last lawyers left.
Oh, you watching it, Ernest? You watching Culture?
Peter, did you see yesterday?
Did I see yesterday?
Did you say yesterday? Some good
I
stuff.
did indeed.
Some good
Right.
stuff.
I'll be honest. It might be the most competitive league currently.
But Ernest, real talk, Ernest. Since the criminal dictatorship of Conte at Juve, it always has been. It always has been. Since he left, it always has been. I'm telling you, for the longest time, like when Dzeko was at Roma and all that, like everyone forgets from that period all the way up until now, it's just constant calamity. But
we've had some healthy title races in Serie A.
It's been the thing is the competition has come due to calamities. Not necessarily
Which is also another side of the same coin.
Yes.
That the league became competitive here because we had, like, do you not remember 2016 Premier League?
Boy.
At the lowest end, we had Mauricio Pochettino.
Yeah.
And at the highest, we had Pep Guardiola and everybody in between. Like, so it made the league a lot more competitive than when, say, Fergie was there. But I think sometimes you can have, competitive nature because of calamity or because the league's actually quality. But it's rarely the latter.
Yeah. Any other highlights or surprises before I get into mine quick?
No, go for it. Shoot.
Two things. Yesterday, I saw Jamal Lascelles in central London, down in the Strand. I'm walking into Tesco's, and I this guy from the back. Whoa! I'm walking in, and I look at this guy thinking he looks like Jamal Lascelles. Thought nothing of it. I don't know why he came to my mind.
Is he not from the ends?
He's a London boy. Yeah, he's a London boy.
Yeah.
So check this out. I'm like, I'm there saying to myself, this guy looks like Jamal Lascelles, right? I was telling Benita, I was like, this guy looks like Jamal Lascelles. She's like, whatever. And then I'm like, then I see him in the Newcastle trackie. I said, nah, it's him. So I was like, yo, Jamal. He was like, yeah, well, go on. I just spotted him. I was like, oh, wicked, man. And then I just like chatting to him about Newcastle and football. And I'm there thinking, what's he doing here? Then I realized they got packed in by Brentford.
They did. They did.
2 o'clock kickoff. That was the funniest thing I was ever thinking.
Pete, you're a fan, yeah? You're a fan like that. Did you get a picture?
No, I've never done pictures like that. And the thing is, when you're in Tesco there, I won't tell you what he was buying, but when you're in Tesco's, like, and I think he didn't want to get caught slipping. Like, it's not that. Do you know what I mean?
He's in a Newcastle tracksuit.
Because he's on duty. Because he's literally come off the coach.
No, but Oscar, I swear to you, there's a lot of people that would not know. In my opinion, a lot of people would not know a lot of footballers now. Absolutely. I don't think we have a lot of like mid-table average Premier League, because like if the Sun newspaper says Premier League footballer, it could be talking about flipping my man at Brentford. What's the 23-year-old that's bold?
He got
Damsgaard.
Oh, Damsgaard.
Yeah, like you could.
Are you sure? Because
if you see Damsgaard in Brent Cross, if you see Damsgaard in Westfield, you never think he's a Premier League footballer.
I can't like Robin. This week the England squad got announced. Yeah, Alex Scott got put in the England squad. If that brother walked past me in the street,
you wouldn't know.
I'm not turning back.
That's a key, by the way. When a player gets brought into a squad in a senior level and you don't know what he looks like. Because I kid you not, guys. I don't know what. I've always seen the number 8 on the back of that Bournemouth shirt. I couldn't tell you what he looked like. That was the first thing. And today, that was yesterday. And then today, I gave a tour, like a behind the scenes kind of tour, back of house tour of the Emirates to Paris Saint-Germain's technical director. So shout out to Angus. We got their man at Angus. Augustine. Why I call him Angus? Augustine, sorry. Shout out to him. So,
I was going to say, Angus doesn't sound very...
a German name.
So like the Parc des Princes is getting a few touch-ups and they've come to the Emirates to get some inspiration. So yeah, they got a massive tour with them from 1 o'clock till 4:30, mate. I was doing laps. 14,000 steps. Like, well, who am I, bro? That was mine. Oscar, if we get into the comment section quickly before we get into the nitty grits.
Miraculous Miri says, good evening. This is the greatest football podcast to air on a Monday night when predictions are becoming prophecies. Tottenham won't win, but United will lose. That's literally what he said, to be fair. And he got it right. Tottenham didn't win, and for certain, United felt like that result was as bad as a loss. And of course, the brand has a side hustle. # champions extinct.
Wow.
Shout out to David. He says, big up to our podcast. Hope everyone had a blessed weekend. He got 40 points on FPL. And then there's AFCON next month. So we'll lose players. Jeez, AFCON. We managed to do an AFCON segment.
Yo, guys, the year is flying.
Oh, it's flying by.
The year is flying.
Christmas
is coming.
Christmas is what?
Just over a month.
Guys, this was a terrible week for FPL.
FPL
points.
FPL was low numbers this week.
FPL was ponging, bruv. Mine was ponging.
Endo said, Ernest, there's absolutely nothing funny when you draw to Tottenham at the lane. That's what he said. I didn't say that. Baraka says, hold tight the 3-point collectors. Big up my guy, Baraka. Question of the day we're going to leave till later. highlight of the week. Michael, I don't know what this means. Michael,
the film, Michael Jackson.
How can that be the highlight of the week? It's not even out.
You know what, Oscar? You're right. You're right. But even as somebody who's not a Michael Jackson fan, yeah, I cannot wait for this film.
Guys, I'm excited for this film.
Okay.
Let's pause there. You're not a Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah, that's crazy as well.
No, because hear me out. No, because hear me out, yeah. When people say that they're fans of things and they know like 5 tunes, you're not a fan. Like my dad was a fan of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
He said he listened to Off the Wall more than Thriller. He's a
Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad. I had the CDs. I'm a fan.
What he introduced me to that I liked was Curtis Mayfield, Marvin Gaye, Anita Baker. I'm there. I'm a fan of these guys. But I wouldn't sit here and tell you that I'm a fan of Michael Jackson. I think it's like Beyonce. Objectively, she's cold. If you say Beyonce is not good, it's cat. Let's just lie. Let's just not lie. But Michael Jackson, for me, I'm like, this guy is the greatest individual in the arts of the last century.
Can I keep it a stacked bundle with you? I don't see the point of this film. What else? What else is there? What else is there to see?
I feel like it's too early.
I think because Michael Jackson died what? 06, 09?
09. I remember that day.
In 2029, it will be 20 years since his passing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever too late. I mean, if they released the film in 2011, I'll be like, guys, let's chill, man. Do you know what I mean? We're almost 20 years after
too early. Okay,
after sorry, too early. If it's 20, almost 20 years after his passing, if we to some degree, I don't know about everyone, but if the majority feels like this guy is the king of modern music, I think it's homage.
Well, do you know, earlier this year I went to see the theater show, MJ. I think it's called MJ. Okay. That was banging. That was incredible. That was really good.
You can't not like Michael Jackson's music.
No,
you don't have to love it.
The
goat.
Not
like it.
The goat.
But also at the same time, I can't see this film being good.
No, Oscar, it's Lionsgate. Because Tyler Perry. I never ever think a film from Lionsgate is going to be good.
No way.
100%.
I like when I looked at the pictures. Nothing about it.
So the guy who's playing him is one of his family members, is what I'm hearing.
Apparently, it's his nephew or grandson. Well, not grandson, but grandnephew.
Which I'll allow because whoever else they picked, they would have got cooked anyway. So at least it's family.
I think that it's important for a younger audience who don't understand the hype.
Understand how serious this guy is.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Ernest. I mean, it's one of them ones where if we're gonna get a lot more like something new that we didn't know back in the day. Like, okay, fair enough. Like, I'm all in for that. But yeah, I just feel like, okay, maybe I'm just not ready.
Remember what Jamie Foxx did in Ray? He was amazing.
True.
Yeah. He was amazing.
True.
Last comment before we get into the football. Mirad says, have you seen the behind-the-scenes footage of the supporting dance actor in the music video for Beat It? Have you guys seen this?
Oh, my God. The white brother.
That video clip is hilarious.
He's missing all the dance moves.
Anyone who hasn't seen it, there's a clip of Beat It, the Michael Jackson video, and there's one backup dancer that is just off. Like he's not on time with the rest of the guys. He's just bad. And I know this. When did Beat It come out? What, 1985? He's not that guy.
It was mid-80s.
He's not that guy this week.
Listen, 40 years later.
Retrospective.
Did you man say that Beat It came out in 85?
Isn't it 80s?
It was a guess. I don't know.
You know what? No. All I'm saying is, as in, the reason why Michael Jackson is the greatest of all time, yeah? A lot of his songs that I listened to as a kid, I thought came out when I was a kid. These songs are coming out before I was born.
Jackson 5 was 68, 69.
Right.
And then it came with the Jackson.
The civil rights movement.
Bro, before I'm born and they're playing as if they were made yesterday.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
He's the GOAT. Do you know how many decades he's been?
The thing is that's the thing. I don't even know time scale of
It came out in 1982.
brother.
There you go.
Brother.
Yeah. 82.
What? 82?
I think Rock with You was 70s, like 78, 79.
For me, Robin, look at the videos.
Look at the catalog.
Look at the videos and look at the styling of the fashion, all that stuff, yeah? And you will clock the decades.
What was it?
Yeah,
Smooth
right.
Criminal was mid-90s.
I'm literally watching like like a GIF, like it plays like a little 2 second of it, and it's just like, yo, this is the 80s for real.
It's the 80s.
Yeah,
but then again, it also was the 90s to
Dirty Diana,
early 90s, maybe, I don't know. Anyway,
I can get all into it, but we need to move.
Let's get this.
Well, I was going to start somewhere, but we're waiting for somebody to still show up because
is he coming?
He said he's going to be late.
He said he'll be late.
He said he's going to be late.
So he's not going to duck the smoke. But I tell you what, let's go over to the Tottenham Hotspur. You'll always be flipping hell. Tottenham Hotspur 2, Manchester United 2. I mean, look. Question: should Man United push for the top 4 this season?
No.
Why shouldn't they?
What do you mean should? What do you mean should? What do you mean by should?
In terms of like, is it there for the taking?
They are incapable.
Incapable.
They cannot make it. What do you mean should
Person, they can't make it.
My target has always been the same. I said they should aim for 5th. That is my target, and I've said that since the start of the pod.
Me, I've said top 8. I don't want to buy Selfridges stuff with a Tesco bag.
But
this team is not good enough.
Yeah, like target schmarget. Like what can they actually do?
No, it might not be good enough. It might not that it might be good enough, but as in, like, you're 1 point off the top 4, and when you think about, like, we've had 11 games, is it right? I think, personally speaking, 11 games is a good sample size of, like, okay, here's how the season may look, right? If, like, I don't think United being, I think, what are you, 7th in the league or something like that, right?
Yeah,
I don't think that's a fluke.
No, but Pete, they've not been great though.
Maybe they haven't been great, but again, I don't think it's a fluke that they're 7th and they're 1 point off the top 4.
No, it's a classic case of two things can be true. United are not good. Like, I think I said in the last week's one or the week before, the difference between last year and this year is our attackers are better. That's the difference. So now opposition teams like Tottenham in the first half had to worry about Cunha and Mbeumo and Ahmad. They had to worry about them. Second of this, you lot ain't on nothing.
Yeah.
I watched the game today because I couldn't watch it properly in the shop. From the 53rd minute, Tottenham dominated.
1000%.
Dominated. We offered almost nothing because everything is like the managers clearly told them to hold on to the lead. It was like Man City at the Emirates. It was just hold on to it and hope that their poor striking ability will affect them in the second half. Whereas Tottenham, whether you rate Tottenham or not, they have attacking prowess. They have it. They have the ability to, and look what happened. Do you know what I mean? For me, I was at the shop and D was saying, "Oh, I wish United could control the game." I said, "No, we need to score another goal because we can't control the game." That's exactly the issue. Where I'm just repeating the same things I say every week. And when you see the drop off from Casemiro coming off, the gap in quality, I told you a lot about Manuel Ugarte last year. He is crap.
Garbage.
He's an enemy of progress.
He is crap.
Okay. Wait. When you say he's crap, I mean we know what he's been on. Yeah, we know what he's been on. But why?
What do you mean?
Why specifically this week have you singled him out?
Because Casemiro. I don't think it's even a case of this week. I think De Ligt and Casemiro are 2 best players this season. Casemiro, I think they said while he's been on the pitch, we've conceded 5 goals.
Yep.
And when he's not been on the pitch, we've conceded like 15
nearly in all competitions.
So the difference, like his relationship with De Ligt in terms of the areas of space they cover in transition. So when a team is trying to break on us, they're able to win fouls or intercept or block much quicker than most other players in our. Like Luke Shaw gets spun regularly. Do you know what I mean? but De Ligt has been a sure enough foundation for our back three. But the problem is when you don't have wave after wave of volume of chances against you that often is because of people like Casemiro. Do you know what I mean? Because Bruno's going to wander. Bruno is okay offensively in central midfield, but the real midfield general, like Casemiro, has trimmed, he's lost weight, and is clearly affecting his ability to endure 60 minutes of football. But in the rest of that time, we cannot control, because in the first half, like what we do is under Amorim is, like I told you, look, we control the first 20 minutes in terms of offense. So we're going to bombard you. We did it to Arsenal, we did it to City, we did it to Chelsea. We're going to bombard you for the first 20 minutes. And Amorim's hope is in that there will be enough of a goal advantage that the other team has to worry about attacking us. The problem is we don't have the midfield or the back three to be able to deal with the constant wave, specifically in the second half.
For sure.
We do not have it. And so for me, like I've always said, the reason I want this manager gone is because these are the type of situations that occur and you're paid however many millions it is to solve the problem of containing the pressure. If I can see that you can't do it from Cricklewood, why can't you see it when you're paid to do it? What I knew Tottenham would score. It was very clear Tottenham were going to score because ultimately United don't have it in them to control areas of the pitch that are the most important. And so this week you're going to get what happened at Tottenham. You're gonna get it in the next few games, especially when we have AFCON. We lose Mazraoui, we lose Ahmad, we lose Mbeumo. You're going to see it. You're going to see it.
When we lose those two, I was like, December's going to be a tough month. We need to get as many points as possible because once they've gone,
who are the three players?
Mbeumo,
Mazraoui, Mbeumo,
and Mazraoui.
And Ahmad. Oh, you're finished.
That's two of our best attackers gone.
It's two of your best players. Period.
Question: why can't you guys beat Tottenham?
Ask Amorim.
Oscar, Oscar, do you know the last time?
Sky Sports questions.
Sky Sports questions. No, the reason I'm in all seriousness. Does anybody know the last time Man United beat Tottenham?
Was it 6 games ago?
Yeah. Remember, we didn't beat them at all last season, and we drew. And this time it's 5 games. So yeah, it was about 6-7 games ago.
I mean, in the Premier League. Sorry.
Yeah. Is it not about 6 games?
I think
it's like 22, 23.
Since 22?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's a long time since the 2022 season. I looked at these stats the other day because I was thinking.
Hold on. The Ten Hag January game. Oh, sorry. Was it winter?
October. Yeah, October is the last time Manchester United beat Tottenham.
When Ronaldo did the Piers Morgan, that was January for some reason. Okay.
Cristiano Ronaldo, yes. 2-0 in October 19, 2022. So I asked the question again. Why can't Man United beat Tottenham? Because since that victory, you drew 2-2 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. You lost 2-0 at Tottenham. Then you drew 2-2 at Old Trafford. You lost 3-0 at home at Old Trafford. You lost 4-3 in December of 24. You lost 1-0 at Tottenham in February. And then you lost in May. Obviously, yeah, you lost. Okay, so this is including. This is also added. Yeah, you lost the League Cup and you lost the Europa League final, of course. But yeah, in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attempts, you haven't won a game against them. So the last time you won was 10 games ago.
The last time that you're talking about is the last time we had some of the best attackers we've had in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
and that's the reason.
Yeah, it's the clear reason.
Because I mean, Tottenham are crap.
The reason is United haven't had a serious team in all that time.
But ultimately, Oscar, we've survived not having the best midfield since Fergie left.
Yeah.
So I'm saying the clear difference is obviously in quality, but specifically offensively.
Yeah.
Because think about how many goals we've scored. Think about how many goals we've scored when Rashford scored 30 in all comps. Like as a team, I believe, Robin, correct me if I'm wrong, did we get in the 50s or 60s that year? We didn't score that many goals.
I think we got into the 50s or like just early 60s. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we didn't score enough minus Rashford. So I'm saying the last time you guys talk about United being a good team as far as quality, it was top heavy, but it covered a lot of like a multitude of sins. And now
that's the reason. But you're saying that's the reason why you haven't beat Tottenham in 10 attempts or 1 in 10?
Well, we haven't beaten a lot of teams in the last 3 years.
I don't think there's 3. I mean, 10 games.
Yeah, 10 games is about 3 years.
Yeah, but Pete, I'm saying that's 2022. We're in 2025. How many L's have we taken since that year? Since Ronaldo left
to other teams, yeah,
to other teams that has been equally as horrifying.
I don't know. I don't think there's many. If I'm honest, I wouldn't think that would be the case. You beat City, you beat Arsenal.
Remember, it was only this year. Remember, Brighton beat us 3 times in a row, just easily.
You're saying 3.
I'm giving you games like when's the last time we beat Brentford? Brentford is our OG team.
Robin, hear me out. Hear the question I'm asking.
You're asking about Spurs.
Yeah, you're giving me 3s and 4s. I understand those. That can happen. 10.
No, but Pete, I think the point we're making is that Tottenham might just be an outlier in terms of the number. Just might be bigger.
I agree. No, I agree. It's an outlier. That's why I'm asking the question.
No, it is an outlier. I can give you an answer quickly. I think that Tottenham is probably our antithesis in terms of stylistically, in terms of the type of recruitment they've done. Because if you watch the second half of Saturday, physically we couldn't deal with him. And Tottenham, since Pochettino have been here, have been quite rugged in the way that they dominate midfield, specifically against teams like us. And they're able to have, like, if you watch the Europa League final, all we did was play to their strengths. We just attacked in terms of like wing play. But they've got Danso, they got Van der Ven, they got Romero. You don't cross against these guys. And yes, it worked on Saturday, but you don't win games like that. Like we didn't want to play football on the ground on Saturday at all in the second half. and I think ultimately, apart from the fact that I'm saying offensively we're lacking, we're also lacking clearly in quality. It's very clear we're lacking in quality. You know, so
because you need to look at the subs alone. Like as soon as we brought on Ugarte and as soon as we brought on Dalot, and it's just like, wow, like the game just completely flipped on its head. And I agree that up to 60 minutes, it was pretty much a 50-50 game. And it was a good goal from Mbeumo and all that stuff. So when you look at the things, like the subs killed us. And it's been the second game in a row where the subs have absolutely killed us and we're on nerves.
Where we were 1-0 up, then we were 2-1 down, and then we drew 2-2. And that's not sustainable. Yeah. It's not.
No, I was saying this. I was like, right, AFCON's going to kill us. We need to sign people in January. We need people in January. ASAP.
Robin, why did we sign Sesko?
So let's get on to this guy.
No. He is not even the point of my question.
No. So I'm asking your question.
No. So, I don't even think I'm asking it to get onto the guy. Because you're saying we need to buy people in January. And I'm like, this summer, we could have bought 2 more midfielders. Like, I don't get it. Anyway, you were going to say something.
Yeah, because I believe in the brother. I genuinely do. And that I see things in him that I genuinely do like. I just think the guy is either too raw and he's just not taking his time and he's not realized that he's no longer in the Bundesliga.
I think both of those things are true.
Yeah, he's not in the Bundesliga. Or things that are being said about him is getting to his head. Like, I feel like the whole Gary Neville thing, where he said all that stuff, when he was even playing good, may have got to him. I don't know.
What did Gary Neville say?
So when he gave the assist and all that stuff, I think when we played, was it Brighton? All that stuff, and he generally had a good game. Gary Neville was just like he's not playing well enough. He's not contributing. It's like, well, he just got an assist and all that stuff. So,
but I wouldn't listen to Gary Neville.
Yeah,
but not to you, but Gary Neville, like has this. He has. It's the same reason why, like even me and Adrian discussed this many times, where he undermines, he underplays how great he is, and I think he's trying to be so neutral about things. So what he'll do is he'll lambast Man United to make it look like he's not being biased, but it doesn't make sense because it's only this weekend he got onto Verts. So it's like for me, at least be consistent. If you're gonna get onto guys that you think are not pulling their weight, don't add the Man United source to it to make it look like you're being extra hard on the guy that plays for your team. Because you have to be consistent with everybody. But for me, Sesko is looking like there's definitely a confidence issue there. Because I don't know for the life of me why he doesn't take that shot. Because now they're saying
it was the same thing twice. It was the same thing the last game where he took too many touches.
Even Grimsby Town, he had a 1v1, and I'm like, my brother, just hit the ball, bro.
Just bury it.
You don't think it was a great tackle?
As in, for me, a good striker sniffs. So even if the tackle's made in this last ditch, you're hungry for more chances like that.
Or a confident one.
Yeah, 100%. Because ultimately, it's saying that they're saying that the injury that he suffered doesn't look to be that serious, and I'm like, yeah, because he was that was cowardly.
That was embarrassment. It was embarrassment.
We played the second half with 10 men. It's like, my brother, like for me,
no, it was genuinely embarrassing. That's why I said, what is this?
I know what I'm seeing with my eyes, and you guys know I wasn't impressed from the jump, but he's here. He's here, so I have to deal with the fact that he's here. And until he shows me something, I'm not there yet. But the point I even made about asking the question was, to me, it's like the funds that we allocated to his purchase, the money we allocated to his purchase, to me, he has to bang to justify it. In the 1 month, I hope it's 2 weeks because Onana is the Cameroonian goalkeeper. I hope it's 2 weeks. I'm hoping.
I hope it's 2 weeks.
Honestly, I want Mbumo back. The way Arsenal called back Thomas Partey, and he was wearing the African uncle hat on the bench. That's how I want him back. Partey flew from Ghana straight to North London. I said, yeah.
On the match day, I swear, innit?
On match day.
Was he not sitting behind the bench?
Game, wasn't it? I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was mad. So for me, I'm hoping that the spirit of Onana.
And Morocco's a 4-hour flight. I know it is.
Yeah, no. Man's role
yes, Robin.
I'm okay with that because ultimately he's not been great this season either. But
from injury. But yeah,
I think AFCON is middle of December.
It's Morocco. No, it's Morocco from December 18th.
Oh, it is Morocco.
That's why I said 4 hours.
Saying it's 4 hours. Okay, got you.
4-hour flight.
Yeah, because I was thinking. Yeah. I know you're not crying for Mazraoui to come back. I'm pretty sure you're not. But yeah. Okay. Post injury, he's not been great.
If you ask me last season's, I'm definitely crying for Mazraoui because brother, the options. Listen, you know when your mom said there's rice at home, our rice is burnt. Our rice is burnt.
I think he's just a victim. He's just a victim of the system, isn't it? Because he's not explosive enough to be a wing back.
Oh, get this manager out, man.
I agree. I agree with you. You know what? Everything you guys have said about Sesko, I totally agree. But I also feel that same way, Adrian, about Sesko with them. Is that he's also a victim of this system. I genuinely think that when me and AD did that video in the summer where we were dissecting the numbers between Gyökeres and Sesko, and the funny thing was, it felt like Sesko, given the chances, is going to bang. Do you get what I'm saying? And I know, like, okay, has he got the chances at United? Has it been, United's trying to figure themselves out for the season, for goodness sake. And yet, Sesko's having to, obviously, he has to turn up. He has to show up because he's the number 9
Pete,
at Man United.
Do you think he would have banged at Arsenal though? Because Arsenal, your open play XG isn't great.
No, exactly. What I was just about to say was, if it's the Arsenal that we've got this season so far that we've watched the last 11 games, then no, he wouldn't have banged either. Because Gyökeres has not really banged, has he?
No.
Like he's done okay. He's done a 6 out of 10. He hasn't banged.
I think for Gyökeres, the only reason we'll say he hasn't banged is because the bar is low for him.
Why?
I don't think people unanimously rate Gyökeres.
Interesting.
I think
It's the opposite. I think the bar is quite high. I think the bar is quite high.
He scored goals, but nobody says to give a damn.
No, but that's what I'm saying, Adrian. Is that ultimately the Gyökeres that people thought they were going to get was 55 goals in the Portuguese league, and he's and I'm saying today in November, like the ratings for Gyökeres are unanimously that, because when I know when pundits don't rate someone when they consistently make excuses for them. Like I know when fans start to add bare word salad to the player, then it's like actually because if you did rate him, the joy would just come out. Like you would just have all sorts of superlatives for this guy. So ultimately, I think everyone's kind of like, Gyökeres ain't great, but he scored goals, so we'll leave it there. Whereas when we talk about Semenyo, is different. When we talk about Haaland, is different. When we talk about Saka, is different. But ultimately, I think for Gyökeres, everyone's kind of like, he can't play football great, but cool. He scored enough goals.
Right.
But yeah, no, just to end up on.
Go on, Robin.
I was going to say, just to finish on United, because all that stuff. We've got, I believe off the top of my head, Everton, Palace, Leeds, and one other team until Christmas, until they go. And then Aston Villa, I think, after the break. We need to get as many points as possible, because I know that December-January period is going to hurt. It's going to hurt.
Those games,
it's going to hurt.
United boys, hang about. No. What's the doom and gloom? You're unbeaten in 5. I'm just saying you're unbeaten in 5.
Nah, man.
It's not. It's not sustainable.
Adrian, it's like I always tell you when we have our debates in the group chat. Watch with your eyes.
Yeah.
Don't look at the results, because that's what Talk Sport does. And they'll come and sit here and pretend like United have, and that's why I didn't want Amorim to win Manager of the Month, because now people have an expectation, and rightfully so. You're unbeaten in 5, but what people are not doing is watching with their eyes.
It's time to build off,
and then ultimately we're going to get a very 180 different kind of chat if we don't win some of these games when AFCON kicks off. Because for months we've heard you're playing one game a week. You should be winning more games. And Amorim said last season he would have liked more days to train, prepare, all this other stuff. We have all of this stuff, and you're not beating Nottingham Forest, who were prior to us playing on one of the worst teams in terms of form.
Because Nottingham Forest, I'll keep a buck. These 2 games that we've drawn, we had the opportunity to win them, and it was our own doing that we didn't.
100%.
We should be in the top 4 now. There was twice in Nottingham Forest and Tottenham when we were winning. Guess what? We were second in the table, and we threw it all away.
Robin, we went 1-0 up in 2 different games against 2 different times of opposition, and they both went 2-1 up.
Yeah,
I don't think Adrian, trust me. There is a storm coming, and United fans who think this is an upward trajectory, because unless we have De Ligt headers in the last 9 seconds of the game every week, or Ahmad scoring bangers from outside the box, we are not winning these games. We're not.
Last question to the panel. Spurs and United have played 11 games each. Spurs have won 5, United have won 5. Spurs have drawn 3, United have drawn 3. Spurs have lost 3, United have lost 3, and both teams have scored 19 goals. Which team's worse, in your opinion?
United.
Because there's games we should have won.
Tottenham are playing more games this season.
No, wait. Peter, are you talking personnel? Are you talking level of performance? What do you
Which
mean,
team is worse, Manchester United or Tottenham Hotspur?
Tottenham Hotspur. Sorry, Man United.
Man United are worse.
Interesting. Cool, yeah.
Cool, yeah. But the only other thing is that Richarlison needs to stop taking his shirt off when he thinks the game is won, because he's done
Robin,
a few times now.
Why have you even mentioned his name? You should be banned from this podcast. Mentioning Richarlison's name. Richarlison.
Because I love you, Pete.
I am old enough to remember where man on this podcast were telling me about Richarlison at Everton.
Yeah, then he joined Tottenham.
I am old enough to remember.
Oh, listen, my hands are raised. I'll tell you that right now.
Old enough to remember.
I'll tell you that right now. Ernest, he joined Tottenham. That's the end of him.
No, but he was crap at Everton.
No. He was a stud at Everton. He was a stud at Everton. He was a stud at Everton.
No, it wasn't crap. It wasn't crap. It wasn't crap at Everton.
He was crap.
At Watford and Everton, he was a stud at both those teams.
He used to keep Everton in the league by himself every year.
He was their star player at both Watford and Everton.
Nah, he was crap,
What's the
man.
star player?
Oscar, Tottenham went and spent 60 million quid on the guy.
That don't mean much.
It might not mean much, but you did something. You did something. Everyone gets bought at a price. Everyone gets bought at a price because they did something previously.
What's decent?
I didn't say. I'm saying he did something. What I'm saying, he was the start at Everton and he was the start at Watford.
It was Garrett double figures every season for Everton.
He was Everton's best player and he was Watford's best player.
Let's move
I
on.
don't know what else to say.
Let's move on.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, we'll get out of here. It's freaking Robinho's fault. Right. Now that AD's here, let's get to the Etihad. Oscar and Peter have backed some dud. I remember Oscar saying, "Oh, now, yeah, don't add me in that one." Baines on toast.
Hey,
don't add me on that one.
Top baller.
Oscar backed Arnautovic at 50 million. Oh my god.
Arnautovic is better than Richarlison, mate.
I'll be honest. We've all rated duds.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think.
Liverpool, Man City.
Liverpool, Manchester
Let's
City.
get to the Etihad.
Adrian. Arne Slot said, the last thing we should be thinking about is the title. What's your thoughts on that?
Did he say that?
He did.
Live and direct.
Live and direct.
He's bang on.
Ernest, I heard. Don't you worry.
He said that.
Adrian, what's your thoughts on those comments?
No, he's bang on. He's absolutely bang on.
Why? How?
Because I think what we need to actually focus on, and what he needs to focus on, is finding out what your best side is, playing games of football consistently well, and building up form. You know, literally, unfortunately, you got to take it week by week, and it started off a great week, and I think when you lose 4 games in a league season, there's an element of jeopardy, isn't there? And it's almost sudden death, right? You can't muck up. You can't balls this up. Arsenal drop points. And I suppose the same team who maybe had the same sort of idea of what to do, you go and you link them and you get absolutely smokes like that. Yeah, don't talk about title. Just recovery. Yeah. I mean, it sounds defeatist.
You said recovery. Does that mean no? You're not in the title race.
No. Look. As long as you're mathematically in it, you're mathematically in it. But I think it's a thing where there's 2 teams ahead of us.
You're saying change focus.
Yeah. I'm saying, look, just focus on winning games of football. How about that?
Yeah.
When you're saying mathematically, I mean, Wolves are mathematically can win the title, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Mathematically. My question to you is, are Liverpool out of the title race? Because 2 things you're saying. First, we said Slot is bang on because we shouldn't focus about the title race. Then you're saying it's about recovery.
Right.
So are you telling me that you're not in this title race?
Look, I'll put it to you like this. Yeah, if you're coming to the season as champion, and if it's mathematically still on, then you are in the title race. But I'm also saying, in order to be in the title race, you need to A, get results, and B, play well. So I think if we focus on part A and part B, we can maybe start to chase down whoever it is. But until we conquer part A and part B, we just got to focus on our own race at the moment. It's not a title race; it's a Liverpool race. Liverpool get back to your heights again.
It's November.
No, look.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
No, but Pete, this is what I said to Adrian last week when he said to me, "Say Arsenal." Then I said, "Nobody wins the league in November.
You can lose it.
You have to wait."
No, you can.
So why?
Yeah, 5 L's in November is a concern.
No, of course, it's a concern. But this is what I said. Like, I'm going off of evidence. Today, Arsenal are the best team in the league.
Mm.
So I can't say who's winning it, but Arsenal are the team to beat.
But my questioning though is about the fact that both Slot and Adrian are saying that title race is not what we should be talking about. That's a concern.
It sounds like a pause on the shallow end of the argument. You're saying let's pause the title race chat, and on the deep end you're saying you're not in it. So it's which part.
So if I'm understanding what Adrian's saying, statistically they're in the race, but performance-wise, Liverpool are out the race.
What's Slot saying?
They are saying that they are not performing. They are not performing like they are going to be in the title race, and therefore they are forfeiting this title race as the way they are performing. They've conceded 18 goals. No, this conceded 17 goals and scored 18. They're on 1 goal difference.
Jesus.
Yes, they're on the same. The only reason why Man United are ahead is because we've got 1 extra goal in them. That is the only reason.
I'm not gonna lie, that's sackable. I will not sit here and cap. Again, we got to keep the same energy for everybody.
No, in isolation is sackable.
Those are insane numbers.
No, year one is sackable, definitely.
No, Adrian, what I'm saying is, I think there's more of a question when you built a brand. When you've won the league with a team, because I gave him all the accolades. He took a team that had not won the league in 3-4 years, or was it 5 years?
5 years.
And they finished behind Arsenal 3 years in a row, took that same team to win the league. You have built a brand of being a competent manager to at least be in a title race. So if you're in year 2 with more bread, Nate said it in the comments, you spent the GDP of the building of King's Cross Station. I don't know if you lot have been to King's Cross. That's an expensive train station.
Expensive station.
That's an epic station, you know?
Like, guys,
it's got hella restaurants in there.
Leon is the worst restaurant you'll find in King's Cross.
Where was that the other day? Is it Shake Shack?
There's a Shake Shack in there.
It's not a joke. Liverpool to me,
like 2 Gregs in there. Yeah, go on. No,
Liverpool to me have spent too much on, and I think I even tweeted it yesterday. That isn't it funny looking at yesterday's game? Pep has been beaten with the same whip about you spend too much money. You only sign good players. That's why. Oh, you can sell Trafford and get Donnarumma. Yeah, because he wins. He wins. One guy said it to me years ago. This analogy that Lewis Hamilton does not have to drive the 3-4-3 to prove he's a good driver. Pep does not have to go to Everton to prove he's a good coach. I work with Donnarumma because I'm that guy. So if you now use the same logic and give a manager who's won the league, Ekitike, we were told, and I believe he is, the best young striker that was available to everybody else that couldn't afford Isak, Gyökeres, whoever. He was the best striker available for those teams. Isak apparently was the best striker in the league last year. Florian Wirtz was the face of the Bundesliga and the face of German football post Toni Kroos, post all these other guys. Milos Kerkez, I said, was the best left back in the league last year. Now, my judgment was poor on that. Because
he was though.
I don't know.
No, Pete, clearly, the guy can't defend.
No, but last year he was. Like, you can't be faulted for that.
No. Do you know what it is, yeah? I always question how well I watch games if there is a 180 switch from the guy's abilities in one team to the other. He was a marauding left back.
No. What did you say? What did you say, Ernest? He was a what?
He was a marauding left back.
What's he been asked to do this season?
He's been asked to hold his position more, in my opinion. Like standing next to somebody like Van Dijk, I think struggles with having to deal with his erraticness, him not being able to cover space properly because he's always getting touched. Like there's always a space in behind Kerkez. And I think Liverpool are struggling with the imbalance of that when people like Conor Bradley, as good as he is in comparison to Frimpong, is also not good enough. Do you know what I mean? So back to my point is, this guy has spent enough money for us to see the visible quality, and Adrian had every right in the summer to feel confident enough that Liverpool were going to do damage. If you sign these players on FIFA on career mode, you're eating.
It's curtains, yeah.
But the problem is Liverpool are proving that the number one thing in footballing recruitment is balance. That is the number one thing. They're proving it. Because now we don't know who plays where. Somebody is going to have to hold bench who is influential to the team going forward or the team in terms of what it was before. Somebody is going to have to hold bench regularly. And I can't tell you who it is.
What I found ironic is that, Slot referred back to the original team he had last season, basically, right? Where he's brought, he's had to drop, obviously, Isak injured, whatever. He brought back in Robertson, McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberch in the midfield. Wirtz would have been on the bench. But funny enough, I thought Kirkesh would have been perfect for this Man City game. I don't think Robertson was the answer. So it's an indication as well of he doesn't know what the best 11 is, doesn't know what the best 11 is for the occasion. And don't get me twisted. Look, he's won 6 Premier League games. He's won Champions League matches. So obviously he knows how to get wins. But it's that thing of, because they can't even buy a draw, they either win or they lose. So I think in the 11 games they've lost 5.
They've lost 5.
There are no draws from Liverpool this season.
There's no draws. No. So it's you're right about the balance, 100%, because they brought in a bunch of players, and obviously you've tried to get them into the mix because we thought it was a case of this is to improve the 11, and none of the signings, bar probably Ekatike, have shone.
Has been a shining light. Yeah.
No one is impressed.
Even then, I heard he hasn't scored in 9. I don't know if that's true.
Wait.
In 9?
In the Premier League, you must be saying.
Apparently. I don't know how.
His last goal in the Prem was it 12:30 kickoff? Everton.
How many games ago was that?
I feel like it's a month ago.
6.
Everton feels like ages ago. Put it this way, guys. He's got 3 goals in 10 games in the Premier League. So AD could be bang on here. He's got 3 goals this season.
Maybe not 9, but maybe like 7 or so.
Yeah, something. Because he set the house alight when he came. It felt like he scored all his goals in the first month.
But bear in
mind, go on, Oscar.
He got benched for a piece, isn't it?
Yeah,
Alexander
the Great.
Was it after the red card?
Yeah, after the red card.
He got the red card in the Carabao, right?
I think Ekatike can chill from some criticism because
he's the least of the worries, I would say.
He's got 6 in 16.
No, as in for me, like I think you should should he hold Corn because he hasn't scored in as many games as 80 million should demand? Okay, cool. We can go that route. But the guy's a baller. Like we're
not questioning it. We're not questioning it.
He's never getting a service, for goodness sake.
He hasn't scored in the last 5 Premier League games.
Yeah, but how many of those were starts as well? Like
that's a good question.
Well, in 10 games this season, 10 games in the league, he started 8.
And he scored 3.
Like for example, Ekatike didn't start against United when they lost. He didn't start against Chelsea when they lost. Like he wasn't in this conversation is a bit.
Those are probably the 2, though, isn't it?
He wasn't in the team for those games.
No, but it says here he was in the squad 10 times. He started 8 of them.
Yeah, Oscar, you're saying the games he started.
So in the games he started,
three goals in 8 games, 8 starts. Sorry.
Let me check on
crunch them numbers, Oscar.
What are we doing?
Let's get down to minutes.
No.
3 goals in like 612 minutes.
Ekatike has started 8 games in the Premier League and he's come on for 2.
Yeah.
He's come on for 2. He scored 3 goals and 1 assist in 8 starts.
Yeah.
And as you were saying, Ernest, we're watching the games. We're watching it.
Ekitika's quality. He's
Yeah, like I said, he's the least of Liverpool's worries. I think what was
Robin. I
Oh,
see what you're
very
saying.
much
he's the least. What really worries me, and my question is, this season, McAllister has been horrid. This season, he's been horrid.
Off the back of the Madrid performance.
Nah, Pete. He's been getting bullied this season.
Yeah.
He's been getting bullied this season.
Can I keep it a stacked bundle with you guys about McAllister? Never rated him.
I thought he was Argentina's best player when they won the World Cup.
Fair enough. Never rated him.
No, last season, can't say a word about him. I just think it's like we're talking. Oh, sorry, Pete, I've interrupted.
No, I thought AD was asking me something. Sorry.
No, what is that about him that you don't rate?
No, when it was from the minute Liverpool went in for him, I was like, why are you going for that one? Why him?
How much did he cost?
I just don't find him special.
35.
I think he was cheap, like 30, 35.
35
But like, I just didn't think he was anything special. I honestly, in all seriousness, I think Trossard's better than him. In all seriousness. In all seriousness.
I think different positions, different.
They are very different. But Trossard, remember Trossard.
I do what he means, though.
Remember Trossard was Trossard was McAllister's position at Brighton.
Wait, what?
So bear in mind,
you've lost me now.
Yeah, you lost me still.
No, because I thought you meant in terms of like X factor. Like, let's just say hypothetically, McAllister. Let's just say
Trossard has more X factor facts.
Yeah.
Trossard's a better player.
Trossard could do a skill, or he can do a goal.
Trossard's a better player than McAllister.
McAllister's
one plays on the wing, one plays in midfield.
One plays on the wing at Arsenal. At Brighton, he was literally the support striker at Brighton.
So where
does McAllister play?
But if McAllister came to Arsenal, he'd play in your midfield.
You would think. I thought Trossard was playing in my midfield when he came.
Why did you think that?
Because
he never played on the wing for Brighton.
Because Brighton was like
go watch the games back. He never played on the wing for Brighton.
I think Brighton was like Brighton was three at the back.
It's your friggin' Amorim's formation.
It's 3-4-3, and McAllister or Trossard would play left 10. And
but Trossard also played on the wing for Brighton.
When?
But again, Oscar, like wing is very loose. Like you're occupying left mid and left wing, depending on how you approach the game, can be quite different.
Go back to those games. Go back to those Brighton games. You're watching Brighton now, and you're seeing wingers at Brighton. Go back to when Brighton had a McAllister and Trossard and Pascal Gross and Solly Marsh. They were not playing wingers. They weren't playing as wingers, Oscar. I'm telling you, I was literally watching Trossard because we needed a number 10, and we were trying to buy him. That's what we went for.
Bro, Trossard has always been a player that's played on the touchline.
Okay, all right. Then. Didn't do it for Brighton, but I hear you.
I feel like Trossard's an attacker. I think he's just a.
Yeah, he's an attacker.
He was literally like a Cole Palmer, where Cole Palmer can go on the wing.
Oh my gosh!
As in the position.
But there you
talking
go.
about the position.
What's that?
It's a bit bright. The lighting.
That's right.
Right.
Right. I'm trying to.
Give us the angles. Give us the angle.
You might need to just tell us what's going on.
Or like if you put your hand over the top part of your phone.
There we go. There we go.
I can't see what is that. Okay, yeah, Trossard on the right. Imagine on the right. Never done that for Arsenal either. On the right and then McAllister
on the left.
Who's the centre forward? Out of curiosity, was it Glenn Murray?
Was Mopai.
Neil Mopai.
Yeah. But yeah, back to this game, because what City did was win in midfield.
Sorry, Robin. This is a 4-2-2-1. It's a very narrow like attacking. I think there was one game they came to the Emirates. Is the game where what's his name's laughing in the video? Basuma. And Brighton. I remember watching this game thinking, are Brighton playing 4-2-2-2? Like everything is narrow. It's not that like Oscar. It's not that they never played man on the wing, but it's quite narrow. So I think McAllister is a hybrid. I think Trossard is also a hybrid, and so I think it's just a matter of what you want from each, in my opinion.
And I think even because when Trossard would play for Belgium, he was always on the wing. So. To me, it always just seemed like a natural wide player.
In a traditional 4-4-2, 4-4-3,
he was a number 10. How was on the left wing?
Yeah. And
Trossard was on the left wing and Trossard was in the middle. What are we doing here? Trossard was not a left winger before Arsenal.
He was, man.
Like he wasn't. He literally wasn't. And you know, Ernest, you were talking about the whether it was a back three or back four.
I don't know about you. What is Mudryk?
Huh?
You wanted Mudryk and got Trossard.
Yeah.
So what's Mudryk gonna play?
What was Mudryk doing at Shakhtar? Do you remember?
He was on the wing, no?
Was he playing 10?
Was he on the wing?
I'm assuming so.
Go check if he was on the wing. We were looking for a creative midfielder literally in the middle of the park. That was our idea. Do you know what I'm saying? And we went and got Trossard and Jorginho in that same January window because it was in January because we were. It was just Erdegaard, and it was like, where else is the creative? Because I think Fabio Vieira didn't have a good start of the season. So it was like, how do we replace Fabio Vieira basically in the team? But the days when Brighton might have had a back five was when Ben White was there, because it would be Duffy, Dunk, White, or Webster, Dunk, White.
They've had so many iterations, Brian, isn't it?
So many, so many. And that's the thing. One of the things I love about that football club, yeah, is that, as you say, Ernest, we've seen 10 different Brightons in the last 10 years, and they're finishing where they're finishing every time.
When did they finish, PR?
Top 10.
Like 8 to 10.
Top 10. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're there every year. You're expected. You think they should be in the Champions League, but they can't be. They lose players at 50 million a canter a year.
How much do they sign players for? But yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
You know what? Just before we go on to City, I think that Adrian's frustration with Brighton's ambition is that I think the league is so tough, and it's the same reason. The same reason they can't go higher is the same reason Dortmund can when they sell players. The Bundesliga is trash.
I would argue, Newcastle and Villa is what's clouding AD's judgment, because the Newcastles and Villas of this world have actually gone to the mountain, even though they are far superior football clubs to Brighton and spending far superior money to Brighton. I know Brighton have spunked money. Let's not act like they haven't. But
they spunk money every year. But there's like 10 South Americans that come. You don't know where they are after the years and years.
Costellos. Do you know who that is?
Who?
Nah, he was meant to be the guy. He was meant to be the guy.
18 years old.
I remember Undav. I mean, they had a couple.
35 million euros.
Yeah, but like
that's my issue with Brighton. Like, why can't you pump that into a 25, 26? Because that's just okay.
But their age mates in that bracket, your Villas, your Newcastles, if you want to make that case, they're spending that on 5 players, spending 50 million quid at a time. Do you get what I'm saying? They're buying Buendia for 35 million back then. They're buying.
But at least Buendia was established in the Premiership. He had a couple horrible injuries, just for argument's sake. But at least that's a signing to say, okay, look, we've sold Jack Grealish. Let's at least try and replace his creativity. But Brighton will sell their best player, replace him with a kid. The kid wouldn't get good. You then sell that kid. So it's like, well, what's the end game, bro? Like, when are we actually going to challenge, for Christ's sake?
If you're a Brighton fan, you're happy to be in the league, mate. That's what I'm telling you. That's the ambition. That's the ambition.
Post lockdown.
After as many years as it takes to then actually fight at a reasable time. Ask Palace. They've only started to fight now. They've been here for 10 years. They were here for 10 years, and people were crying about them finishing 14th every year.
But Palace don't sell their best player for 100 million every year.
Back to the game, because that's what we need to talk about.
Pep Guardiola reached his 1,000th game in football. Is he the best manager in the world?
What?
Or of all time, rather, is more the question.
He's the best coach I've ever seen.
Is he the greatest manager of all time?
I got to think about that one.
Excuse me.
What's your thought process? His win percent is like 71.6.
71%, yeah.
Because I think it was 716 wins he had.
Yeah.
In 1,000 games.
71% win rate.
0.6.
In 1,000 games.
I got to think about it, man. Because
I
think I'll always be biased towards Ferguson's longevity.
Totally understand that.
I don't think it's biased. I think it's valid, bro. Like,
because to me, coaching is very personal to me.
Yeah.
I rate being able to have like an interpersonal relationship with 23, 25. Sometimes, obviously it's less most of the time because you don't have a relationship with everybody. But to be able to like garner some level of traction every year, to be able to galvanize these guys that they produce something, I think is sick. Whereas I think Fergie compartmentalized like his team to do a lot. Not to say Pep doesn't do it, but Pep is clearly more hands-on.
Yeah.
Clearly more hands-on. But Fergie won 13 of them joints. That's madness.
13. The only thing he should have won more was Champions League.
I don't like that. I don't like that statement. I don't like that statement.
No, I agree. Why?
I don't like that statement. Do you know why?
Why?
Like, bro, the Champions League is the holy grail, bruv.
It
Like,
is.
and he's won 2 of them, for goodness sake. Like,
Doesn't mean he should have won more.
That is not a stain on his reputation.
No, I didn't say it was.
You
I
said
said
it,
he should have
no,
won
but you
more.
mentioned it. You said the only thing is this.
Yeah.
It sounds like it, Robbie.
It's a stain.
Okay, no. So I'm not saying it's a stain. I'm saying he could have gone more, and I think he should have done more.
God,
but
do you
it
know
doesn't
what the
take
Champions
away.
League is, man? Do you man them know what the Champions League
You are asking me. Me, I know what the Champions League is.
you
know
know?
what Oh, me, I know.
If I compare him to Ancelotti, though, Pete, yeah,
He's
should
won
he
4.
not have won?
Ancelotti managed Real Madrid and AC Milan.
Yeah.
I don't get your point when we're talking about one of the greatest managers of all time for England.
If Sir Alex is managing Real Madrid or Barcelona or AC Milan, he wins more Champions League titles.
Why? He managed Man United.
Yeah,
because when AC Milan were the best team in Europe, they collected a couple of Champions Leagues on their way. When Real Madrid were the best team in Europe, they collected a lot of Champions Leagues along their way.
Was there a time when Man United were the best team in Europe?
Yeah, and they won the Champions League.
I'm saying
as much as Real Madrid and AC
Tell me a
Milan
time.
and
Okay,
they-
hang on, wait. Tell me a time where Man United were the best team in the Champions League or the best team in Europe, sorry, and didn't win the Champions League.
That's tough, man.
It doesn't exist.
that's a fantastic point. I didn't think
It doesn't exist. So my argument is when people, because I love Ancelotti, Ancelotti's a tremendous man. He's the great.
2009 is my only argument.
Yeah.
Against Barcelona.
Now, what Barca did to us in the final, we couldn't have
Schooling.
done.
Did you watch the lesson?
I
90 minutes
watched it. I watched it, but I was going into that saying we should have won
Hold
that.
on. The reputation belongs to the winners because in 2008, Man United knocked out Barcelona, and then in 2009, Barcelona beat them. So the reason we say United are the best in 08 is because they beat Barca, and they just didn't happen to do it in 09.
Barca weren't the best team in 08 though.
Because it was proven.
No, but like domestic, like when you think of, before you get to the semi-finals and the quarterfinals, Man United were the best team in the world in 2007-8 season.
They were the best in the world because they won.
Not because they weren't. It wasn't the best after they done everything. They were the best team. You know, like how, for example, like last year we saw PSG or maybe Arsenal being the best team. It was like, oh, which one's the best team in Europe? And it was like a toss-up between those two. Many argued PSG were that anyway before they won the Champions League, not because they won the Champions League.
Barcelona finished third on 67 points in 2008.
Okay.
Leave me alone.
I don't know, man. I think if United turned up in that 09 final and, Fergie got the tactics slightly different, we're not looking at United like they're not the best team in Europe. We are.
I
don't think United were the best team in Europe in 09. I don't think they were.
Oscar, in 2009, the 67 points that they got the year before, they added 20 more and won La Liga. And yeah, they won La Liga that year and beat Man United that year. So I think
I hear it, man.
In credence to Peter's point, if you're at least winning you don't know my stance. Be king of your country first. Then we can have discussions after. So if we beat Barca that finished third in La Liga, it kind of reflects in Champions League. It kind of reflects. It's 100%. Because Messi tore us up at Old Trafford that year. Yeah. And Scholes scored a banger. And we went for it.
Yeah.
But the next year, we got taught a lesson.
Everyone did.
That's the
Everyone
one
did that
year.
year.
That's the one year I blame Alex Ferguson for that final.
No, but even
That's the
The
one
thing
year.
is,
I think-
Oscar, like there's many like for
Because
example,
we had them up that year.
2009.
Them up that year.
One
man.
second,
yeah,
Oscar.
but
2000.
ultimately, who won the league in actually
United. Yeah.
United won the league, but they were not the best team in Europe in 09. They weren't.
But
Like, Oscar,
when
you know what's funny? Yeah,
But-
09, 10, 11, 12, 13. The best team in Europe was Barcelona, and they missed out on 2 of the Champions Leagues. You could say then Guardiola should have got at least another couple extra there because they were the best team. Losing the Champions League in 2010 was in Barcelona was like, how have we lost this? We are clearly the best team in the world.
Mourinho masterclass,
We
man.
were clearly the best team in the world. They, that 2012 losing to Chelsea the way they did. Chelsea were not the best team in Europe.
Two
that
more
year.
minutes, and then we got to move on.
Yeah, let's move on. I'm happy to move on.
No, because we have to discuss City. We
See, to see.
Do you now believe that they're in the title race?
I don't think that.
100%.
I've always said I don't think they're winning the league.
You think they're in the
They-
race though?
The shark is there. The shark is there.
I can't argue with evidence.
Has
Can
Guardiola
I-
got his spark back?
can I revisit
I don't know yet.
Can I revisit a conversation? Can I just throw a little something? Little something?
Mm.
And
Yes,
we've
really.
argued. We've argued about Haaland scoring 36, yeah. But let's say we need a secondary person on double figures, yeah, to match Haaland in order for them to be serious. Let's say Cherky gets 5, Doku gets 5, Foden 5, Marmoush 5. Is that depth? Is the depth of attack enough to make up that gap?
No,
No.
because we've seen it before where many teams have like a
Oscar,
main
Oscar.
when else get small. It's not the same.
Oscar, you and Adrian's point about the bar being low for these guys, no one's going to argue. If City win the league based on what you, Adrian, and David are saying, and the out-and-out goal scorer is Haaland and they win the league, this season will be the outlier to the rule.
Yeah, it'll be the exception, not the actual thing. Because
It will
really,
be the
No,
exception.
but it can't be a rule because it's never happened. So
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's exactly what it means to be an exception to the rule.
Wait. What? Sorry,
No,
what,
I know. That's I'm just agreeing with your point. But what I'm saying is it still possible?
I mean, it's possible. It's City, but if we're basing,
I don't know, man.
I think the thing is that everyone always says you base expectations or predictions on history,
right.
and history says
I don't believe in that.
because when Chelsea fans are confident about winning Champions League, it's because they've won it before. Is it not?
No,
So let
Oscar,
me-
I've got
It's
two
just
fireballs. I've got two
no,
fireballs.
because when people were saying PSG are going to win the Champions League, it's not because PSG have won it before.
Yeah, but I didn't say
They're
PSG.
seeing what they're seeing.
Go on, Lola Cook. Go on, Lola Cook.
I didn't say PSG. I said Chelsea. Don't switch it.
But it's an example. We didn't talk about Chelsea first of all. We're talking about City. So you
No, but I'm
switched it to
using it.
Chelsea.
No, I'm using it as an example because it's your team. So I'm going directly to you. When
Yeah.
Chelsea fans were kind of confident about saying, "No, we can go into these tournaments and win them," it's because you've done it before. No, the same reason why a lot of things
That was a part of that reason. Yeah,
that's
for
what
sure.
that's what I'm saying. When people predict things or have confidence about things because they've had history to do it.
Well,
History does not pertain to this being a thing where one guy gets a bag of goals and everyone gets less than you even said 5, less than 6 goals.
Yeah, but so what you're saying is because it's something that we've never seen before, therefore it's not a fair thing to predict. However,
I'm saying it's not impossible because nothing is impossible. But I'm saying the likelihood of it happening, hence the whole exception to the rule. If they do it, it's because they're the exception to the rule, not the actual kind of precedent.
no, of course. I'm like, in the history of football, but so what? Because I thought the debate was, can it be done? Has it been done before? No. But
Yeah.
no one scored at the clip. Haaland scored that. And
Yeah.
also, guys,
Yeah,
that's it.
That's what I'm saying.
Them.
No, but
So
I'm saying
then, crown Arsenal today then.
no. That's not.
Oh, Adrian, we're not doing this again, man.
No,
no,
you
no,
can
yeah.
you can watch the title race.
Guys.
Early in the conversation.
Exactly. No one's
Guys.
You've been saying like
Can I have my point?
bang on. Liverpool's going to win the league this year.
Yeah.
Today you change your tune.
Can I land my point? Can I land my point? No, let me just land my point.
land it.
No one's saying.
Look, right. So look, right. So we're saying Arsenal on top of the league, right? we're saying that City need someone to score 10 goals. I'm just gonna say nobody's scoring 10 goals for City, and Arsenal the best team in the league. So what does that mean then?
It means we're in November.
Exactly.
No, but I'm saying no one's gonna score more than 10 goals for Man City.
So we have to wait for the evidence of the change of the rule.
The evidence is Erling Braut Haaland.
But
In
it's
November.
November. The evidence is not a thing yet until it actually.
So you can take yourself out of the title race in November, but I have to say Arsenal are going to win the league in November.
No, because
You're not making sense. I'm not going to let you gaslight us any further.
Peter,
this is what I'm going to say. We spent a whole segment on Man City and Liverpool. We just talked about the game once.
That's what
No,
I'm
we're about to move on. We're not talking about the damn game once.
No, we're
Talk about City battered Liverpool.
We're talking about
Talk about the game. You'll go to the segment and then say
Liverpool.
This podcast ain't about games.
Exactly. Liverpool. This is a game too far, and I'm sure they're happy for the international break.
we're not going to talk about football. My gosh.
They're happy for the international break. You know what I mean?
The question was fair though about how saying Haaland's Haaland, didn't it? He embarrassed a couple of centre backs and then scored his
A
goal.
fantastic header.
Fantastic.
Header also. We didn't even give praise to the man of the match, Jérémy Doku.
Wait, hang on. Fantastic headers by who?
Was it not by Haaland? Hey, was it not?
We're giving Haaland that goal.
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Oh,
What do you mean?
I'm confused.
What were you saying?
Or can I go Nick?
I mean, it's not Haaland's goal.
What?
What do you mean?
What are we
What do you
talking
mean?
about?
What are you talking about?
You can't say that and then
It clearly come off Kanate. It clearly come off him.
Was
It was a bogus header. It was bogus.
Let me ask a question. Was Haaland's initial header when we hit it, was it going off target?
That's
What does that mean? You can be on target and you save it. You can be on
It was
target.
on target.
Yeah, but if it's on target, then it's
This is his goal.
Hey, I love this
Question.
podcast.
Question: Did fantasy give Haaland the goal?
Yeah, they did.
Yes.
That's interesting.
What are you saying? What? Was he going
Because-
wide or what?
What are you saying?
Shall I tell you why? Haaland got 4 points in fantasy, guys. I don't think they gave him the goal.
He missed the penalty.
No, he missed the penalty.
You missed a penalty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember what I said in the group chat? Remember what I said in the group chat?
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, guys. I'll keep it a buck. Man said it was a fantastic header. I'm sorry, this header was bogus.
No,
This
it's
header
not.
was bogus.
A lot of many goals.
I feel like you're taking a mic, man.
I'm taking the mic.
It's an insult. It's an
No, but
insult.
many goals get deflected though. Many goals that deflected in football happens. That goal, that was him. Konate was bad.
Exactly. No, but they said it
That
was
was a fantastic header, Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
Come on, Kanate. Come on, Kanate.
No, but he did it. What, like,
Is it Lola? Is it a fantastic header? Talk to me.
Why not? I
It's
thought
a
it was
fantastic
Yeah,
header.
comes off his back,
Why not?
innit?
It's a fantastic header.
why not? He got up in the air, he made the space, and he got it. Yes, it hits another player. It doesn't remove it. Do you know how many goals people have praised that are long
doing.
I didn't even
That's
know.
what we're doing. Okay,
No, we're not,
okay.
because there's been
That's
many
what we're
goals in football that people have praised from outside the box. They get nicks, and people still say it's a sick goal. So why can't I say the same thing about a header?
Because it isn't.
Alright.
It just isn't a sick header.
But it wasn't the goal of the night. That goes to one Jérémy Doku, who was the man of the match.
That was the
Sensational.
It was absolutely sensational. He's been.
He
a
ran
breath of
that
fresh air
left side. He ran that left side ragged.
He's
He's been a
finally
breath of fresh air.
he's breaking away from the kind of Sir Maximum.
Poor Conor Bradley couldn't understand what was going on.
Nat said, I love Peter, man. If that was Gyökeres, he'd say great header. He got in front of the defense.
I found a million and 12%.
Would I?
A 1,000,000%.
That's true,
Would I?
yes.
You don't even acknowledge to hit somebody. You know,
Wow. Wow.
No, but
Because I have history of this. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Nah, Pete, the ball, the cross touches Kanate's head. The
Not the
header
header.
doesn't. The header doesn't touch his head.
boom.
Understood.
The cross. I just watched the from 3 angles. The cross definitely gets to Kanate.
yes,
Comes off the top of his back.
And that's why
Haaland heads it.
he was poor for that. Konate was poor, but she was both centre backs.
Poor for that.
Kanate was.
I meant in that sequence. I meant in that
I
sequence.
can piss off to Madrid with Trent. No, if you're gonna defend like that, don't put him even being.
I mean, it wasn't just him though. Let's not do that because the big man next to him was just as bad.
Do you know what, Lola? But as
was Van Dijk bad that day?
Yes, he was. I'm not giving a pass for an unfairly removed goal. It was bad.
Yeah,
No, the thing is though, if you're a Liverpool supporter, you've watched Konate being smelly all season.
Don't get me wrong. Konate has been poor. I'm just saying.
That's why he's telling him to send him. He's telling him to F off to Madrid.
I'm just saying because one's poor doesn't mean we can just give this one a pass because the other one's
No, she's right, Pete. When Van Dijk doesn't do
that second goal,
done, we don't hear anything.
The thing is, though, Ernest, because the difference with Van Dijk and Konate, Van Dijk is probably having like 1 out of 5 poor performances, whereas
1 out of 5.
No, I think in the last 10 games of the season, he's probably had 3 bad performances. Agreed?
I'll be
honest. Are you saying more?
This season, I have noticed that like the Van Delegate thing is more real this year. He does not engage.
Okay.
Van Dijk does not engage with the forward.
I'm not saying
there's always instruction rather than actual 1v1 engagement. He'll deal with it in the air,
vocally, visibly, yelling.
He'll deal with it in the air, and when it comes to like any guy that wants to tussle with him physically, he'll still do what needs to be done. But if he's facing a forward, like face to face, Van Dijk is always telling somebody to cover space instead of actually engaging with the forward. That is not good defending. That's not good. And that's why I made the joke when I said that he's just a light skin you that girls used to like in 06. because when Konate does obvious error, and don't get me wrong, Konate's had howlers this season. And he deserves all the criticism. Listen, Pete, you know my Steves. Keep the same energy with everybody.
Fair. I just don't think that Van Dijk has been the same as Konate. That's my point is we can't keep escaping. Like Roy Keane said it and Rooney said it. There is a leadership issue at the back. There is a clear leadership issue at the back. Because why is everybody else bad and Van Dijk is not bad? I get you have cachet. I get you got money in the bank. But they can't all be bad and you're not. There's something you're surely
doing.
The money's run out.
I'm so sorry. We just keep I hate that on TV we do it, on TalkSport we do it. We just avoid the obvious criticisms. It's easier to criticize Konate. It's easier to get onto Kirkers. Van Dijk has been poor. The ball, he sticks his leg out like he's trying to score a goal. That's poor. That's poor.
Also, I didn't like how Van Dijk tried to stick it on Rooney as well. That was nice.
Oscar, and what did Rooney say? You not need to get your finger out and deal with issues of leadership. Hey, man, we're talking like Rooney said this guy's dead.
No, because Rooney said since he got the contract, he's been moving.
He's still low.
Yeah,
okay. Why can we say about Aubameyang we can't say about Van Dijk?
No.
Why can't we say about Salah but we can say about Aubameyang?
Peter, this is what I wanted. It's all I wanted.
I'm backing Rooney. What I'm saying is Rooney chucked it, and Van Dijk just needs to hold that. He can't come back and be like, "Oh, now we beat
the reason he needs to hold it is because when Jamie Carragher's taking the piss out of Man United, I shut my mouth. I don't say nothing.
And all of a sudden, when Liverpool's losing, he's not on the other.
All the bloody goal for crying out loud. What are we talking about? Are we going to forget that bit? Are we going to forget that bit?
By the way, AD.
We have to be here.
Are we going to forget that bit?
Hold on. So he equalized and they took the goal off Liverpool.
Yeah.
You lot didn't have any other minutes to score a goal?
Wait, what? What are we talking about? Huh?
Are we?
No. This is exactly correct.
No, he's talking about Van Dijk's performance. No, he's talking about Van Dijk's performance. Van Dijk scored a legitimate goal. So he's saying like that doesn't add to the performance of his.
Oh no, it does.
And Pete, it got
leadership, balls of steel.
Wipe your tears after it gets chalked off.
I heard that.
Move on. And you know why you have to move on? Because we all have to move on when we don't get goals given. We all have to move on. Stop crying and be a flipping leader to your back four.
Stop
crying.
He led.
AD put it this way. He did lead for the goal, and it was like I agree with you. It was a legitimate goal that they teamed.
I did. It was so good for the corner. Yeah.
It's captain, so unfortunately, you don't get time to mope about it. You have to play.
I get that. I do get that. No,
And also, by the way,
we-
this Paul from Liverpool frigging sending an email to the PGMOL about that goal. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah,
what are we doing?
To inquire. Okay, they give you the goal. Now what?
I don't give a damn.
3-1.
3-1.
Let's
move on.
We know goals change games. Come on, guys.
Let's
But Doku on Doku though, brilliant game. What shocked me though, first goal since was it January or something?
Why is
Yes,
that
wait,
shock?
That's not
Why is that shock?
shocking said the way people talk about it. It's like, oh, I the way people have been hyping this season, I thought he had been scoring this season. This is his first goal.
Now he's been assisting and doing.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
Good.
Four to go. One down.
On that note, Lola, the Arsenal FC went up to the stadium and light and dropped a 2-1 lead right at the death. The question I've got for you is, whose fault is it that we drew this game?
We have to pick a. I don't know. Based on that, for that specific goal, I
Not necessarily the goal, as in the result. The result ended 2-2.
Thea, can I answer? It's Dan Ballard. It's Dan Ballard. That's why.
Haaland's own.
No, but I think there's like a technically speaking, there's maybe probably like an order. If we're going for, I'm going for that specific goal. Raya's number 1, Gabriel, and then Saliba. Them three in that order for me are for that specific goal.
Can I add a fourth person?
If we're talking about from like after we scored and the lack of movement, then you look at Arteta in the sense that the entire squad after a certain point, specifically about 3-4 players, were dead on their feet. And we made one sub for the entire game with guys who were very clearly exhausted. And Arteta made one sub for the rest of the game. And it's like we can do the whole thing where, because it's a name thing of like, oh, it's Sunderland, you should be able to defend. And we should. This is not me giving a pass to them, because I think we were the better team. And we probably should have scored more than 2. Didn't happen. That's football sometimes. But the whole thing about the manager, you're meant to kind of manage the game. You saw Marino, who again, why I keep saying I'm not going to rate a guy because he scores a goal here and there. He's not good. But he scores a goal every once in a while. People want to pretend he's levels. He's not. Because he was dead for the entire game, but it's whatever. But Marino could barely move after a certain point. Saka was gassed out after a certain point. Rice was pushing through, but you can see he was dead for a certain point. Calafiori. So there's like a minimum of 4 guys who should have been off the pitch. Now the question people will kind of pop is like, oh, who do we have on the bench? And my argument is, it's the last game before international break. It's the 80-something minute, or even earlier than that. It's not about matching quality for quality, because I think we were better than Sunderland. Sunderland brought 3 men to replace their entire front line. They replaced it. So that's fresh legs already for them. So they could still run until the end, which is pretty much what they do. We had guys who couldn't move. So even if you were like, do we have the exact quality like for Saka at the moment? No. But bring on someone who has legs at minimum. You have a bench that has Norgard, an experienced centre midfielder for Brentford, who's used to being a bit more defensive to close out games. You've got Hincapié, who's again a grown person, who you brought for left back to do certain things.
Yeah, welcome.
You had MLS, who had a whole season where he played last season and has played this season. Nwaneri played a whole season. So that's 4 men I've already mentioned, who you could have brought on to close out a game, and you refused to do that. And then it was like one of those things where they say, when you bring on only a centre back, even unconsciously, the players who are already tired are going to think defensively, just out of just what it is. You're already tired. It's late. You didn't get your 3rd goal when you could have got another one. It happens, but you can close it out. But you're already tired, and now your manager's already brought on a centre back. So just inherently, you're because I kept saying it even before the game happened. It's like, we're too deep. We're not coming out quick enough. This is dumb. Bring someone else on to kind of force the thing forward, and he didn't. Now the goal, in terms of like I said, who I'm like in terms of like the sequence of it all, Saliba didn't move fast enough to kind of stop the second Ballard them getting to it. Gabriel and what's his face? He was Robbie were battling there, and Raya had no reason to come out for the ball in the manner in which he did, because he came out trying to catch it when he could have just punched it. He stays on it because that ball. I think the shot is getting gassed because it looks great because he had his like kind of thing. His leg was in the air. The fact of the matter is, it wasn't very hard. Raya was on his line or further back. He catches that easily and it's done. So it's one of those.
I think both are true. I think it was a great finish, but you probably.
I think it was a clever finish because he used a different leg than people thought. It was clever. I don't think it was a great thing about it, because what I'm saying is it was kind of tackled. Like I said,
you're being harsh, Lola. That was a great goal. That was a.
Hear what I'm saying. It's because it's Sunderland. What I'm saying is, if Raya was not where he was, he catches it without having it being like a hard one. He literally just caress into his arm. Is what I'm saying. What I'm saying. No, but I'm not saying I'm not saying it's a dead goal. I'm saying it wasn't a fantastic goal. I think it looks better because Raya's off his line and he scores it. If it's say like Raya was actually in his zone, he caught it. Is anyone going to mention how great the move for the goal was? No, because it wasn't anything like that. It was a tepid goal that was helped because the keeper was an idiot.
Yeah. Raya's at fault for me for the goal. He was, and that was his worst performance since Luton, probably. Like it was just what it was. He was never comfortable. It was very very Chesney-ish. If you know, like, there was moments where I thought like he can make a great save, but he can easily he just makes me have the jitters. And I was thinking, watching this game, thinking, come on, man, we need to see this game out. I don't want to hear about Sunderland and the crowd getting up and all this heart and fight and battle. I don't want to hear none of that. I want to hear us at the 93rd, the 94th minute. My team is 2-1 up. Let's get the hell out of Dodge and go back to London.
And it should have been, because I think because the thing is, it's the David and Goliath of it all. Because if you deep it, Sunderland only had 2 real chances. One of them was caught. It would have been more if the one that was offside wasn't called offside.
Yeah.
But they scored. They had 2 chances. They scored from it. It happens sometimes. So I'm not like fuming about it. But they weren't like it. It was more of like, oh, they were getting us in the kind of rules thing. They were winning that because they had the energy, they had the crowd, and all that stuff. But they weren't actually doing anything terrifying in our box. But what they did do was kind of do a long ball in there, and they capitalized on it when they had their clear 2 chances in it, and they got it. So I'm not going to fault them for that. And it's one of those games that can happen. So I'm not like fuming at it. But certain things could have been, in my opinion, avoided if specifically Arteta go back, even removing the second goal, just get some fresh legs on earlier, and certain things are controlled better. There's literally a minute where Declan Rice got the ball back, but there was no one else around him to help him kind of get it back to him. So he's literally gassed out the second he went to run for the second one. Anyone else there, and it's helped, but it's Marino, and so you're kind of stuck. It's annoying, but it's what it is.
I put in the group chat earlier that we have to win this game with this first 11 in terms of like the first half. It needs to be out of sight because, as you said, as you mentioned there, we knew that we were going to be gassed by the end. There was not a forward on the bench except Waneri, from what I remember. Waneri and like Anus, right? Like there was no forwards.
There was technically 3, but 2 of them is like
Damon.
What about Damon?
Of course, right? Yeah,
Anus and remember 2 of them would be like unlikely, but
yeah, kids and friggin' Waneri,
scholars.
You know what I mean? Like, I knew for a fact we were going to be gassed at the end of the game, towards the end of the 60, 70 minutes. I knew we were going to be gassed out and be done, and we clearly were. My gripe, though, that first half performance
was poor.
Was awful. It was awful. And what made it worse, even though I was happy that we responded, the start of the second half, we were all guns blazing. Ready to kill. We were there ready to kill. Like, Trossard and Saka had the Uzi ready for everybody. And I was there thinking, I'm happy, but I'm so livid because this is what we needed in the first half. 2-0, halftime, see you later. Tell these lot, we go back to Wearside, we're collecting our 3 points and we're off. I don't want to see a packed stadium away from home at full time. That's not a good result for us. We empty stadiums away from home. So if I see still 60 or however many, 40,000 of them, if they're still there, then it's not a good result for us. You know what I mean? And a draw frustrated the hell out of me because it's Sunderland. Like, that matters to me. I get it. They've had a good start to the season. I get all of that. We know they will finish in the bottom half of the league. We know this. And we're going to look back to November when we drew at Sunderland, whether it may or may not cost us towards the end of the season. But it's just not even just that. It's the fact that people like Liverpool are crippled at this moment in time. Man City, we don't really believe them just yet. We don't know if they're really here. The rest of the league is just fodder. So whilst we have, like, this time last year, Liverpool were putting 3 points in the bag week in, week out, not mucking about with the dibby. And I feel like we were definitely
this is what I said.
It's the first time in 10 games we've dropped points, right? So, they deserve a breather. And I'm so glad that it's the international break. Let everybody sleep for 2 weeks. And then we come back and we go again. Because, by the way, it's Tottenham at home when we come back. It's the North London derby when we come back. And we are here. We need to kill. Because it's Tottenham, that is Bayern Munich at home, that is Chelsea away. 3 games we need to kill. 3 games we need to kill. So I'm just hoping everyone gets the massage, soft tissue injuries, whatever else.
I mean, that's still going to happen. They're on international duty. But...
No, I know. I'm just hoping it's friendly. It's not even like qualifications, is there?
Yeah, I don't think.
No, England have already qualified, so it's just chill. But this is what I said at the start of the season. I said, if Arsenal lose the league, it's going to be these games that they're dropping points where they shouldn't. Because to be champions, like you rightly said, these are the games where you go to the stadium light, you go 2-0 up, and you get out of dodge. Doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't. But now if you look at the table,
not even getting out of dodge, Robin. This game, Sunderland shouldn't have been in this game. It's not even like, oh, do you know what? We've had a bad day at the office. Sunderland are ripping us up. Let's just get out of here while we can.
Yeah, let's look at the goals. Let's look at the 2 goals. We
controlled the whole game, and we were 2-1 up in injury time.
This is what I'm saying. I think people, David and Goliath, I think because Sunderland looked lively and they were the away team and they're Sunderland, I think people have looked at this game purely from that basis. If you actually look at this, but the first half, don't get me wrong, Arsenal were poor. Sunderland were good because it sounds patronizing, but I don't mean, but you get what I mean when I say
100%.
Good, like they were good.
I'm with you.
But they weren't like, it wasn't like it was like a City Liverpool just kind of thing. You know what I mean? Second half.
Also, like, are you just not like? Are you overlooking the fact that Arsenal have got a few injuries? You didn't really have fresh legs. No, I'm talking to Pete. Like I'm saying, are you assessing it in a sense that like not giving the team enough credit because it's like you made one sub this whole game. Like
credit for what exactly?
And not credit, maybe not credit, but like just the fact that if you had a Noni, a Martinelli, someone to bring on to like change the game a little bit. Maybe this result
if Arsenal played in the first 20 minutes of that second half, in the first half, Sunderland are gone. They're not here. They were gone. 2-3-0, the game is over. Half time. Yeah. And we will see Henkapié. We will see friggin' Arna Noose. You know what I'm saying? We are seeing these men come on. We're not the reason. I'm not giving them credit for nothing on Saturday. Nothing. They don't deserve credit for anything because they were poor in the first half. They responded in the second half, so it shows that was actually in the tank. That was there for them. And yes, they're going to be gassed and tired. But Oscar, it was the 94th minute Sunderland scored. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
93, 94, close enough.
94 in 97.
Yeah, 7 minutes.
Go home.
Yeah, but
and it's the fact that Mikel brings on Mascara, shut down shop.
Yeah,
shut down shop, and more so, Oscar, and more so. Sorry, Oscar, more so. What the thing that really pisses me off is the goal we concede. The goal is shambolic. It's a disgraceful goal that we concede. The defending, it's woeful. The goalkeeper, like you said, David Raya is the number one culprit in this situation.
Like I said,
because where is he?
I think one of the things like why I think we can be harsher about the goal both goals we can see is that. In the run of how we've been praising Arsenal and because like before this,
especially our defending,
8 seasons in a row with all this, so you can look at this and say, like, respectfully speaking, we rate you highly, you're all rated, which means we can rate you that highly. We've seen it all, which means when you do something stupid, you have to also like give them the same kind of scrutiny, the same level, because they have been that great. That the goals we conceded were poor. For the first one, Rice was horrible for that. And I think that I don't know if I'm being harsh to Gabriel saying he could have closed him down earlier, but I know for a fact Rice should have contested for that header way better. Ballard's finish was fantastic. That's like a left foot, right foot smash.
And he celebrated too. Too.
I don't mind that. I have a thing about it. I don't care about people celebrating personally.
Yeah, let them celebrate. Like,
it's like you can't do all of that and then have all the praise from the fort, and then when you mess up in the game, where 2 goals, in my opinion, are fault. At defense alone, and then say I'll give it back. And also the what I don't like is from some Arsenal fans and some pundits and all these people who say that Arsenal had no one to bring on. Like I just mentioned, it's a lie because what they like to do is they say who are Arsenal going to bring on, and the two scholars and the 17-year-olds. No, we didn't have no one. It wasn't like everyone on the bench was 17 and below. Like I said, we had Norgard, who is a Premier League granddad who knows how this works. He's used to defending stuff. You had Norgard, you had Hincapié, you had MLS, and you had Nanyeri. That's 4 guys I said who aren't the 2 guys I mentioned beforehand. So you didn't have options. You just didn't do it.
Lola, don't think you're being harsh. Welcome to the game. We are here for a title race. I've got people like Mirad saying, relax. Mirad, this is not the time to muck about. This is not the time to talk about it only being a draw. We're not here to piss around. We are here to go for the title. And if you're going for the title, as you were saying, Lola, you're not being harsh. Give it to them. Stick it on these guys, because at the end of the day, these are the margins where it's the difference between 3 points. We're how many points clear? How many points clear were we going to be had we just buckled up, got our finger out, and not have a donkey of a goalkeeper messing around there, not have nonsense with Gabriel facing one-on-one with Brobby and wherever Saliba was. I don't know what island he's been on lately. Okay, this is the nitty-gritty, the fine lines. This is where it's at.
Question: what was wrong with his reaction? He was pissed.
Who?
The Baraka's thing.
Baraka said Gabriel's reaction after that game winner was embarrassing.
Why? He was pissed. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't lie, man. That's what I want my defenders to do.
He's vexed. He got what's embarrassing about it? He wants his foul.
If anything, Gabriel was screaming for the fact that it was a foul. Gabriel, sit down.
No, he wasn't screaming for the foul. He's talking about the one when he had his shirt above his head because he knew he messed up. He had his shirt up, screaming because
he was on the 2-2 when it was laying on the floor.
That was the goal given, isn't it?
Well, after that, when it was given, and then he screamed, he was angry. Yeah, he's angry because he knows he messed up because he tried to win the foul.
Yeah,
and he knows he messed up. That's not a situation for embarrassment.
Popped up big time.
Aware,
you know, I don't really blame him.
You man can't. Listen,
yeah, right. He still kind of. I think he could have done better.
You're not going for the league. You're not going for the league title. Sorry, you're not going for the league title, conceding 2 goals at the Stadium of Light, especially in injury time. No, it's not acceptable.
Exactly, that is exactly correct.
So we're not being harsh at all, not by any stretch of the imagination.
The only thing I have to say is that what I don't like is why I also whenever I say that my block list is like 80% Arsenal fans, it's the reaction to this game as to why it is. Because I would say if people want to see my block list, it's a bag of Arsenal fans. Because I mean, it's pathetic behavior the way they just kind of. Oh, we drop points after how many games, and these are just bare of these lot just throwing in. I was like, excuse me, relax. It was never going to be easy, even if Liverpool weren't crap. If Liverpool were good, it was still going to be difficult anyway. Same thing as City. So like losing your throwing everything out, saying that everyone is rubbish because of one. Like I said, admittedly poor result in terms of it dropping points. But some of these fans have to, and this is why I say I block bare Arsenal fans and no one's complaining about it because you're bare whiny babies who can't handle a little bit of pressure. It's November. Relax a little bit.
That's absolutely fine.
Be mad about the result. No one's denying that.
Yeah.
But the level at which they're overreacting is you lot are annoying.
I
never fight rivals when they say who's the most reactionary fan base. It's Arsenal by a landslide. It's not even close. They're very annoying.
Yeah,
I think both of you can be correct. Yes, the fans can be annoying, but I also 100% agree with Peter. These are the games, especially going for the title. You need to be putting these games. You can't be dropping points here. And if we're talking about history, because that's what we like to do on this podcast.
Yeah, well,
history on the Sunderland podcast. When City are not that far behind and they sniff, they are there. That's why I said Arsenal have got to be careful. Arsenal's got to be careful. Yeah,
it's more City in the new year as opposed to City in the back end.
But the fact that it's this early is
I'm not denying. But this is why I always say I don't say who's winning the league in November. I always wait until January.
No. Yeah. I'm not saying it's over. I'm just saying be careful.
Oh yeah, but I've been very. I haven't pretended that it's only Arsenal in the title race. It's Arsenal fans who like to get overexcited and then they're very wishy-washy. They're very kind of easy to kind of turn everywhere. Arsenal fans who saw the gap and then went straight for it's done. And I've been very much simple with it's November. We're doing very well. Keep it up until the the January window and see what happens by that point.
And let's have it. Like everyone's comments here. Let's be very clear, guys. It's not about the fact that we drew to Sunderland. We drew it in a piss poor manner. Let me get. Do you know what I mean? Injury time in 94 minutes. You're not allowed.
And do you know what makes it worse?
Not allowed.
It won't make it worse. In that period, I think post that part, Ryan was good. So he was clearing things out. He was doing the right things. He was being front-footed. And then the one time he actually had a thing because even the offside one, he was great for that. The other saves he made good for that. Before that, he was clearing, catching it, and then it was the one time, the one moment. I felt it was a warning. Wasn't there another one? No, it wasn't. He was good for the rest of it. It was fine.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. There was no warning before that. That's what I was saying. That's why it was even more annoying because he had saved, double saved, moving, collecting things out, and then it was halting things up. And then the one, all he had to do was do that again. And even if he wanted to kind of rush off his line, why would you come to try and catch it and not punch it? You know what I mean? There's this small thing. I think someone made the point that the ball deflected off of Gabriel's head, and if he didn't deflect it, he would have hit Ryan in the face. Either which way, he shouldn't have been there. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
I get Peter's anger though. 94th minute.
And
Yeah,
it's
no.
All our keepers,
As-
legs,
as I
like
meant-
bikini doors, mid-air.
yeah. As I mentioned, those first 20 minutes of that second half, where were you in the first half? We were gone. We were out of it.
Even if you want to be even harsher, from the set piece in the first half, Saliba should have scored. He skied it. He was right in front of the goal.
Oh yeah, that's to make it 1-1, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. There's these small margins. If you do that earlier, even if you went in at 1-1 and you had the same ending, if we're going by like logic of what went in the goal, the game should probably end like 3-1, 3. Whatever. I mean, so it's like small things like that where if you're the better team, you're going in and think these kind of things can't happen. It did. All they can do now is make up for it in the next following games, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, Arteta, you don't backslide because the lack of subs in this one was annoying. You've been doing well since from before with the City nonsense you did before. You've been doing well. Don't roll back into nonsense again.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can be relaxed about a draw when you ain't won the league in 21 years.
No.
No.
I don't know how you can be relaxed. Like everyone talking like Arsenal are being overreactive to a draw. It's like, no, like these are the type of perfectionist perspectives you have to have if you're gunning for it.
If you're going for it, man.
These are fine margins. We saw 2 drop points. Was it 2 years ago? Second half of the season when Arsenal were fantastic. So if that's what it takes to win leagues where man have been winning on 90 points, man can't be relaxed about a draw to Sunderland. Because if it ends up mattering, then everyone who said relax is going to say, see, I told you about Arsenal. So, huh? Like you can't like
And
that's
teams that fight for the league, like your Liverpools, when Liverpool were dropping points last season, it was when we knew that the curtain has closed. When City drop points in the season, it's when you know the curtain's closed. It's not even a close thing. But yeah, let's move on, please. What's up with Lola?
You get draws and learn what's done is what it is. Win, beat Spurs and continue. It's fine.
Yeah, beat Spurs, Bayern, and Chelsea. They're forgiven. Right. Speaking of Chelsea,
Oh, and if you don't, continue.
Well, then they're not. It's very simple.
they're not in it. Simple as. Chelsea beating Wolverhampton Wanderers, a managerless Wolverhampton Wanderers, 3-0 at the bridge. At the bridge, 8 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday. Oscar, was you there?
No, I wasn't there. No.
I mean, look, 4 wins in 5 for Chelsea. Yeah. What's the ceiling for you like this season?
I can't beat.
What do you mean, come on, Pete? Everyone takes my questions. What's going on here? I want to call a thing for this. It's getting ridiculous.
No, we're just here to push. You know what I mean? A little horse, as they say.
Clarify. Push what?
What's the highest you can achieve this season? Is the question.
I'd say 3rd.
Oh, why are you looking at Liverpool? You looking at Liverpool slippery slope, yeah?
Oh, that Chelsea are 100% can at least get 3rd.
And overtake who?
Sorry, based on what we're seeing, why not? Respectfully, this is not like to diss Liverpool, but they've just been better.
Pete just doesn't want to believe it. Pete doesn't want to believe it. That's why.
Do you believe it?
No, but I'm not saying it in the sense that Liverpool are like some kind of bum team, but I'm saying for what I've seen, Chelsea have been better.
But have Liverpool been better than Chelsea?
This is what I'm saying. Liverpool have not been better than Chelsea.
No, I'm asking Pete because I'm like from what you've seen this season, who's been the better team?
It's 11 games.
I want to.
He doesn't want to. I told you. I know Peter. He doesn't want to believe it.
We're not going to do this.
He doesn't want to believe it. I knew it.
We can't make an assessment after 11 games.
No. It's just if you're asking for my assessment, genuinely, I don't believe in Chelsea, and I believe Liverpool will be all finish above them.
That's perfectly fine. But
based on
today,
11 games,
who's been the better team? Pete, I'm a hater, but this is
You know what it is? No, you know what it is? You know what it is? Because Ernest, on a real, yeah, I feel like when I'm just gonna go for Chelsea's fixtures. I feel like when we talk about Chelsea, I feel like we're not impressed.
No, we're not.
Fine. No. That's not.
Do you know what I mean?
We can strip away all. Listen, you don't know what I'm on. I don't even need to repeat why I'm discussing about that club. Yeah, but ultimately, today, who has been the better team in the league? No Cole Palmer. A million injuries.
10,000 red cards.
Is this question different if I was to say, are you saying Liverpool versus Chelsea tomorrow, who wins?
No. That's what I'm asking.
Based on what you've seen.
Who has been the better team in the Premier League today?
Chelsea.
Yeah, no question. I can change later. But as of now.
What it means for the future, I don't know.
No, but why do we think Chelsea can finish third? Is what I'm questioning.
But I think Lolo's going off of from
Yeah.
August to now. It's not a question who you would put in that third position.
Yeah,
Because Liverpool need to beat. They need to win 5 games convincingly.
because let's keep it a buck, brother. I'm not saying it's. I said Chelsea can 100% get like to challenge for third because before it started, everyone was assuming it was going to be Liverpool, Arsenal fighting for the league, and obviously City, depending on how they came, it would be a little bit. So basically, the top three was always going to be Liverpool, City, and Chelsea. Sorry, Liverpool, City, and Arsenal. And so
let's keep it a stat because when we did the predictions this year, I predicted Chelsea to finish third. Yeah,
so years all yeah.
I thought Chelsea would perform considerably better than last season. Now, last season, comparing our team now to where we were last season, at this stage of the season, we're 1 point ahead. And when I look at the games that Chelsea have dropped points in this season, Manchester United at Old Trafford, Brighton at home, Sunderland at home. Those are disgusting losses.
Yeah,
disgusting.
Yeah,
like we didn't even pick up a point in either of those games. So when I look at that, I'm more annoyed at how the season has gone. I'm looking at Chelsea like we're 6 points off the top. We should be level. We should be level with Arsenal. Like based on the we've been through.
I mean,
why is that crazy?
Yeah, on paper,
you're level on points with Arsenal.
If I'm telling you we should have beat Sunderland and we should have beat Brighton,
but
is
Oscar,
crazy?
But Oscar, should I tell you why this is crazy from you? Because this is Chelsea. You know, like it's different to say, oh, you know what, Chelsea should be doing this. Chelsea should be beating. No, they shouldn't, because they haven't.
No,
they shouldn't because they haven't.
They should be beating Sunderland at home.
Hear what I'm saying, Lola? One season it's talking about Sunderland at home. Another season is talking about Palace at home. Another season it's Wolves away. Another season, no, Lola. Every year, newsflash, Chelsea fans in the league, this is them.
Yeah, okay, no, but that's fair. But it's literally like saying you shouldn't be annoyed by drawing to Sunderland.
No, it's not the same.
Oh, come on.
It's not the same. What are you talking about?
No, Pete's saying if we've seen patterns for the last 3 years, then it should never come as a surprise. What you're saying, Oscar, is you have enough quality to dispatch these teams, but he's saying he's not surprised that every year there's an embarrassing.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
And also, let's talk about the quality. Let's question the quality. Let's question the quality, because this idea about they've got better quality than this other team is not the case, because they prove it year in year. It's not the case.
No, but Pete, I think you're going too far on my point. I'm not saying Chelsea should be level on points with Arsenal come the end of the season, because inevitably the games catch up to you and the better teams are going to be the better teams. So I'm not saying we're going to be there then. But bear in mind, this point last season, November, December time, man, then we're telling you Chelsea were in a title race. They were trying to force that on us. He was right up there.
Yeah, he's basically saying, you see how Sunderland have managed to be fourth, but we know they're going to drop.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how good they started. It's similar, obviously not the same level because Sunderland and Chelsea are different teams, but it's just the same thing. Whether or not Chelsea should, based on the quality they have or the players, whatever, they should be level or at least in and around the top. But they will eventually drop off. But the point is, they should be there now because they should be playing better. They drop point. They lost to stupidness way.
And we've got harder games.
Hasn't Oscar said this time last year? Didn't Oscar say this time the year before? Oh, you know what? If Chelsea beat Everton, they'd be top of the league. Remember when they were second in the league at one point? Had they won those, they lost a bunch of dibby games after Maresca said something about title challenge or not in title challenge.
Yeah,
games. The years before that, my point is when
you can't do the years before.
Patterns when you're doing the same, but you're doing the same thing, Oscar.
No,
I'm bringing it up because you're the same.
We're not the same though. That's where I disagree. We're not the same. We're not the same.
You should be top of the league then. All right.
You're harping too much on that one, by the way.
Yeah.
No, he said it. I'm going with what he said.
Yes, I'm saying. Yeah,
he doesn't say. We don't have this conversation. What are we doing?
You're harping on. You can't go. Oh, you said this last season, and then go back to the year prior when we had Pochettino, a different team, and finished in a different place. And the year before, we finished 12th.
You kept telling us if we beat Wolves, if we beat Villa, if we beat
I never said that under Pochettino.
Yes, you did, man. There's receipts. The man them in the chat know. There's receipts. Don't worry.
Under Mauricio Pochettino, Chelsea finished 6th in the league, and we never even looked like making top 4. Under Maresca, Chelsea have built a team that is a top 4 level team. Yeah. So last season, I was expecting that from the boys, and they put in those performances at the beginning of the season and at the end of the season to get us there. Now, this season, Chelsea have scored the most goals in the league. Chelsea have let themselves down with horrible defensive performances in individual moments and games that have cost us points. The general overall play of our team has not been that bad, in my opinion. So I just feel like we've let ourselves down. And when it comes to some of the games that we've got coming up, we haven't played City. We haven't played Newcastle. We haven't played Arsenal. These are games that we typically fail to win. So it's not like me saying in the future, yeah, we're going to go and challenge for the league. I just don't see us winning the games that are upcoming because we typically struggle against those teams. But, you know, Brighton at home, Sunderland at home, I'm saying deal with that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, my original thing was why I said I can spot. There's no reason why at minimum Chelsea can't get third is because based on what I've seen in the season, the same way we're kind of going on how Chelsea played the season, Liverpool, in my opinion, which I've said it, I've been consistent about it. I don't think they've been impressive. Even going back to the games they've won, they haven't been particularly, but they've won it. And that was a lot of the argument people were talking about. It doesn't matter how they played; they found a way to kind of get the last minute, 90-something, whatever win. But the other argument that people kept saying is they haven't been playing well. And then
that's how I feel about Man City.
Same thing with a lot of you. So a lot of these things are kind of the same situation. Like that's why I'm saying personally, I can see Chelsea finishing third because Liverpool, for me, as of now,
Chelsea finishing third is not impossible.
Yeah, Liverpool hasn't shown me why I should say it should be there. Now, don't get me wrong, it could definitely change. Like I said, the same reason why I'm not saying there's who's winning now, the same reason I'm not saying who's definitely going to get third now. But based on what I'm seeing, I can see a pattern and be like, Liverpool have to do a lot, not a lot, but make up ground to get it. Because I don't think they're in what position are Liverpool at the moment?
I think like 8th.
Yeah, I mean, obviously position and.
Yeah,
there's predictions you can make in November. There's predictions you absolutely cannot make in November.
So that's what I'm saying. I think Liverpool have lost, I want to say, 5 games in the league. So it's one of those. So it's like they haven't been enough for me to kind of be saying like, why can't Chelsea finish above them?
But what I find funny is, Chelsea are 2 points ahead of Liverpool, but for some reason we can. This is Liverpool's position is merit, but Chelsea's is not. Chelsea.
Who said it's not merit?
As in Chelsea should be further. This idea that Oscar pulls out these fixtures about the games they've lost. Oh, they should be higher. They should be with Arsenal, right? But then we're looking at Liverpool's. We're not saying the same thing.
No, Pete. I'm telling you, Chelsea should have performed better in games. The same way a Liverpool fan will tell you they should have performed.
But bro, you considered 4 to Brighton, though, isn't it?
Anyway, all right, cool. All right then.
Who?
Chelsea. What was the Brighton scores at 4?
Wait. I'm confused here. Is Oscar saying Chelsea should have played better mean that Liverpool shouldn't have played better?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm confused at the Arsenal point.
What's the Arsenal point?
What's the Arsenal point?
About the 6 drop points.
He should be in line with Arsenal. I
think we're 6 points behind Arsenal, and I named 3 games that I feel like Chelsea should have won, but we lost.
Why should you have won it though? You didn't perform on the day.
But it's my argument.
But everyone says everyone makes these assumptions at each part of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we just talked
like,
about
it's not like Oscar's not saying anything that's unnatural to anything we've said in the past.
I'm struggling.
No. What you and Peter are doing is you're assessing the quality of the team, and Oscar's saying if you flip the result, they are here.
I can't just give you 3 points out of
But I think that's where the disconnect is happening.
Cool. Yeah.
You guys are assuming that he's saying they have the right to be there, and that's not what he's saying. He's saying
he said they could have won those games.
If you beat Man United, and 2 other results, where are you?
No, but we didn't.
Yeah, but that's not
what I'm asking. You see this podcast? Am I speaking German?
Ernest, you'd flog me. If I'd done that, you'd flog me.
No, but put it this way: it's the equivalent of what we just had a conversation about Arsenal and Sunderland. Like we're vexed that Arsenal should have won that game, but the argument also is, but you didn't perform well. You tried.
So if I came into the podcast and I said, you know what? If Liverpool beat Palace, if Liverpool beat
Adrian, I'm going to cut you off because you said last week, mark it in your notes, Liverpool are going to win this league. Yeah. And why did you say that? Because you think the games in the future are winnable. No.
Yeah.
So
Saying
if Oscar says
He says the games in the past were winnable.
no, but he was saying it in the sense that he was saying it then.
he's not saying he shouldn't have won. He's saying he didn't win, but if he did, like guys, we can't be this obtuse today. Respectfully, but this is Oscar's not making a wild point. He's saying
Apologies.
I'm sick and tired of what Oscar says about Chelsea every season.
No.
Every time
You're always wrong. You're wrong about
Oscar. Wait.
game of the season, it's the same mode with Oscar.
No, Pete, and ultimately, the crux of your issue isn't even the prediction. Is that you feel he says it? The volume of which he says it is too much. That's a fair point.
No, but
I don't think it's wild.
The argument I'm saying is, welcome to who Chelsea Football Club actually are.
Pete,
not what you
who
think
was the first person to say that Chelsea don't deserve a B in the ratings at the end of the season? You're not talking to you're preaching to the choir.
I know, but
every year there's about, in the first 10 games, there are about 2 games we look at Chelsea's squad and say, where is the 1.5 billion?
Yeah.
Every year we say it. So I'm not.
Chelsea's ceiling is not third.
No,
it definitely is.
That's a separate convo.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's talking about the ceiling. I don't think he's talking about the ceiling. I think
I asked him, Ernest.
No. Okay, fine. But I don't think that's what he means. Because ultimately, if you beat Sunderland, you're not complaining as much. The performance might not be good, but you're not complaining as much. But if you beat Sunderland, you're 29 points top of the league. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think what he said was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think what he said was crazy.
It's not crazy at all. Chelsea have let themselves down in a couple of games this season. We've all spoken about the stupid red cards and things like that I'm not expecting to continue and to be a thing that continue. Like we will drop points, of course, but I'm not expecting us to go 10 men down in 5 minutes at Old Trafford. You know what I mean? In every game, like we shot ourselves in the foot. Stupid.
Because you got a stupid goalkeeper.
I mean, it's not no, but look, it's the equivalent of red cards are weird, but you don't expect it every single time. Like it's the same thing with Arsenal. Was it last season? Was the season before? We were just getting red cards all over the gap for no.
At the start of the season.
In the point of Robert Sanchez, right? Whether he gives away a penalty, whether he gets a red card, whether a ball squirms through his foot, whether he drops a catch, I expect that of that goalkeeper. That is Chelsea's goalkeeper.
That's what Peter's saying.
That's Chelsea's number one. That's their number one.
Yeah.
Like it's not surprising that he got red card.
And the ceiling is third.
Yeah, but where did Chelsea finish last season?
Yeah, they finished fourth.
Huh? So why is it so crazy for me to say the ceiling is third this year? The ceiling.
That's fine.
Because the 3 teams above you are Arsenal, City, and Liverpool.
That's not the 3 teams above them. It's Arsenal, City.
No, I'm saying in terms of them finishing 4th or 3rd, they're not finishing above Liverpool, City, and Arsenal.
But City and Liverpool, we're not so sure. We're not so sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Alright, cool.
Why not Liverpool?
I'm here to declare something, guys. I think Wolves are done. I am firmly done because there was a debate here and there going about staying up, and I said, you know what?
2 seconds.
I'm declaring, I'm declaring.
Have you heard the rumors about Rob Edwards now leaving?
It's been confirmed. He's been confirmed.
He's leaving Borough to go to Wolves. If you were him, what would you guys actually do? Would you leave? Would you stay at Middlesbrough, at a championship club that may or may not make the playoffs? Or do you go to a Premier League club today and might survive relegation?
It's not survive. It's
not surviving. What a fast track relegation.
Do you know what, man? I can't lie to you guys. Yeah, you know how you lot have said Wolves are done. Yeah, from early, you lot have all said they're done. They're toast. They're cooked. There's something about me. I don't believe it.
Please.
I'll be honest with you. I'm dead honest. Like I just can't see them going down.
No, we have to use logic and what we see and what we've seen and the what's it called? The table and everything we've seen so far this season. Based on what reason will Wolves not only not come from the bottom of the bottom 3, but will find a way to get out of it. It's not even what are you seeing in how they're playing and what they've got to say they're staying in this league?
It's purely what I said last week on the pod. Was it last week or the week after? I said
it was last week. That's why I brought it up and I said, you know what? They're done.
I said on the lines of, I've seen Wolves in a relegation battle before. I've never seen West Ham in one. I've never seen Forest in one. I've not seen, obviously, Leeds, Burnley, they're thereabouts, aren't they? And I think Fulham are sliding Don't know what Fulham really are on, but they're sliding.
They are sliding. They are sliding.
And I said purely the pure basis on my Wolverhampton Wanderers survival is the fact that they've done rounds here before. The others haven't.
But let me
I
ask
think
you,
they're going to slide.
I remember sort of, I'm like paraphrasing what I might have said last week. Did I not mention their star man saved them? Who's their star man this season? Because the one they had has gone to Man United. Who did they replace him?
I think. Well, I think depending on the new manager, if it is Rob Edwards, as you're saying,
it is Rob Edwards. It is Rob Edwards. Just been
that's his first job between now and December. Is who is my get out of jail card? It might be Strand Larson. In all honesty,
maybe, but it wasn't. Strand Larson was he not fit last season? He was fit. He was playing, but he still wasn't as like it was Cunha. It was all Cunha, and then occasionally he's a little comes here, Strand Larson. But the point is,
I hear your point though.
There's no main man for Strand Larson to now kind of buy off of to kind of boost it. Whoever they bring in comes in maybe January and has, because I guarantee you they'll still be there by January, has to now do the thing where you're thinking, who am I bringing in to help me claw some points here and there? They're not good.
Yeah. No. Like what would you say is the survival? The old school 40 points is safety. What's really the safety?
I think it's 36 points.
36. Should we say, yeah?
They are not getting there. There won't be.
You can't see Wolves getting 36.
No, they are.
But you believe?
I remember me and Adrian having this conversation a couple of years ago, and I said Wolves, I think, play well, but they just don't have the quality.
And put it this way,
that's important, by the way. What Ernest said is very important.
What manager was that?
It's not the same thing.
Oh my God! What manager was that? Gary O'Neill.
It's not the same thing, yeah. But look how when Burnley came, it's not the same thing. But hear what I'm saying. When Burnley came up, they played nice, but then when they started to spiral, they still played nice, but they were getting slapped. Wolves can be nice all they want and can play good. They haven't got the quality. They keep losing their man here, there, and everywhere. And again, they in a team that is scrapping and down there, you need your talisman to move for you.
Yeah.
To Manchester.
Even West Ham have Jared Bowen.
You know what I mean? These can pull it out for like who can like you said, Bowen will not allow West Ham to get relegated.
Maybe not. But I
mean, a couple of weeks ago it was looking.
Yeah, let me reword that. Let me reword that.
But even against Leeds, he was hooping.
Let me reword that. If they don't get relegated, it'll be because of Jared Bowen.
100%.
Yeah, exactly. The talisman. Who's Wolves'
I'll tell you what.
For Wolves is going to be the one. If they don't get relegated, it's because of them.
Yeah. So just so we're clear on the pod, yeah, is it not a case of like everyone thinks Wolves will finish 20th, or is it a case of there's not 3 teams they're better than? Which one is it?
I don't think they're better than anyone, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think they will really struggle to claw it back.
Like 20th, yes.
No.
Who else is around them?
Forest, West Ham. West Ham are in the relegation zone.
Forest, I don't see
Burnley, Leeds, and Fulham are sinking like a stone, and no one's talking about them.
Peter, just wait.
Peter.
Burnley and Leeds are getting drawn back into that.
Let me tell you, teams like Fulham, Leeds, 1 win in 5. All L.
I'm not denying it,
but no one's talking about it.
No, I hear you, but what I'm saying is teams you're mentioning who have been in the
my point is we're all aware of Wolves' defeats, but we're not talking about anybody else's.
Hey, Oscar, pull up Endo's Newcastle. I just want it in lights. That's what I think. There we go.
Yeah, the reason Wolves is glaring is because they haven't won a game.
But they're going back to the drawing board. They're obviously just starting again. They're wiping the board and they're starting again. And their season.
Pete, you're saying Wolves are wiping the board and starting again. Forest above them have started again 3 times this season. West Ham are starting.
Oscar, to your point, where are they both?
I know, but Peter.
Funny you mentioned 2 teams in the relegation zone, by the way.
Yeah, to my point, who do these teams that you've mentioned or around them that they have? Newcastle, like we're saying, it's funny actually. I'm actually very happy with what's happening with them right now.
I'm ecstatic.
They're 2 points off relegation. I don't like them, but they're 2 points off relegation. But even as much as I hate that team, they have quality enough to eventually find a rhythm.
Mate, you lot are haters.
I don't know, but why do you sound surprised?
Yeah, I'm not hiding this.
I'm a big hater.
I'm Team Eddie Howe.
Newcastle.
No, but Oscar, my point is, Oscar, my point is, even in my hateration that I have for Newcastle, I'm not pretending that they will find a rhythm and then they will start moving up. because they've got people in there that I know can get them points. Same thing with even Fulham. I'm not too. I'm like they have quality there, but I don't know what's happening because, like you said, I agree with you. They seem a bit soft, so they could get going something. Forest, I don't think they're going to go down. They're in there now, but I don't think they're going to go down.
What, Daesh? You think Daesh is keeping them up?
I just don't.
They have enough quality to stay up.
Yeah, and I also don't.
West Ham and Forest, I forgot.
I don't trust Leeds and Burnley. I don't trust Leeds and Burnley to fully. So some of them are at least one of those two who came back up or going back down. So
Leeds, Fulham, and Burnley. Leeds, Fulham, Burnley, Forest. Those are your 4.
Why have you ignored Wolves from this? Why?
No. Wolves. Sorry, Wolves are in the mix. But what I'm saying is, like, Wolves have options to get out.
What options?
What
Fulham,
options?
Fulham, Leeds, Burnley, Forest. I just said them. Anyway.
What options are better than?
What, 2 points? Okay.
Just, like, look, it's psychotic in my brain.
2 points in November? We're nearly at Christmas, by the way.
Listen, I'm
We're nearly there.
I'm clearly psychotic, but I'm just saying there's just something that's just not letting go of Wolves. There's just something. I don't know what it is. Anyway.
This was me at Everton, and they kept
Anyways, Chelsea, they got their 3 points.
We're moving on. Right, elsewhere in the Prem, very quickly. Everton, they beat Fulham this weekend. 2-0 winners against Fulham. So there's another slip. Big up David Moyes. West Ham 3, Burnley 2. This was a 6-pointer. My God. And correct me if I'm wrong, Burnley were 2-1 up.
They were 2-1 up.
Oh, they 1-0 up even. 1-0 up.
No, they were 1-0 up. They were 1-0 up, and then it went 2-1 West Ham. They went 2-2. I was watching this game, and then final goal West Ham.
Who scored for West Ham? Do you know?
I think was it
Souček?
Yeah,
scored.
Souček.
I want to say
Wilson.
Souček, Wilson. Callum Wilson scored one. I think Walker Peters, where there was like a little scramble.
Yeah, Walker Peters in like the 85th minute or something.
I've never seen London Stadium be so excited in a long time.
For your Wolves agenda, yeah.
I've never seen people in there. So
see if Wolves like beg West Ham to give them Callum Wilson. That would be a challenge to see if Wolves can stay up.
You see me? I want that stadium in the championship ASAP.
Look, yeah. Wolves will be in the transfer market. Wolves will be in the transfer market in January. We can agree on that. They got money. We can agree on that.
They'll find some really player and he'll be rubbish.
Yeah, last week there was a myriad of crap. As I said last week, we could line those men up. You wouldn't know who's the Wolves player, who's the baker, and who's the accountant. You wouldn't.
It's factual. Aston Villa 4, Bournemouth 0. Let me tell you something.
What happened here?
I saw that. What happened? How is that possible?
Bournemouth held corn, boy. Was
they got packed,
was he suspended or was he like ill? Because he wasn't on the bench. That's a concern for me.
They didn't have the energy around.
Do you know what? Lola, I had this game on Sky Sports Plus. No, Sky Sports Cricket. What's going on there, right? And I thought I was ready for Basque football, both from Iraola and Unai Emery. And my despair when I saw some blue-eyed blonde guy in the dugout for Bournemouth. I said, this game's over. There's no way they're winning this.
Menu missed penalty, so that's going to give all the ones who wants to kind of like the what's his name? What's the Martinez fans? They'll pretend that he's been great that all season because of that save.
And the thing is, he was superb in the game. The annoying thing is, he was superb in the game.
He's a good keeper. It's just a twat.
Yeah, he's a good
massive tool.
But that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. He's a good keeper.
Let's leave it there.
But I tell you what, his mentality is elite. Like he's like, if there's anything wrong for us about him,
I'll give him that. He's got
in the words of the great prophet Drewski, what do you mean by that?
Right, so Ernest, World Cup final penalty shootout. There's very few keepers on earth I'd pick ahead of Emi Martinez.
Fair.
No, you know what? I don't always think I understand what mentality means. Is it that you're switched on? Is it that you're?
He's got balls of steel. He believes he's the best keeper in the world.
Yeah, I think in like do or die situations like penalty shootouts or like a final game where it's him. Like he's got he can be rubbish the entire time.
The save versus Colin Moran. That's the greatest save of all time, arguably.
He thinks he's God, so he will find a way to ensure that it's not me who's going to mess up.
The mentality
that's not a goalkeeper I want.
It's flawed.
No, I don't want it.
The thing is,
I know.
The way is, John, he's watched Michael Jordan, he's watched Kobe Bryant, and he thinks he's them. This This is the thing. Like, he's not them.
Oh, he hasn't got the ability, but he's got the mentality. He's got Mamba
not
mentality.
them.
Mamba mentality.
What the Mamba mentality?
That's where Garnacho gets it from.
That's where
No, but it's
Nacho. Nacho.
It's true. But this is why
Okay, he thinks he's way better than he is.
this is why I've been on a bag of unteam players when I say if they were from Chile, nobody is saying a damn thing about them.
Garnacho is like 6'9". He's not like he doesn't think he's freaking. Get out of here.
In
That's
Garnacho's head, he's Neymar and Ronaldinho all into one.
Yeah.
Did he say that though?
No, but you can tell. Come on.
Two good assists on the weekend.
Yeah, that was his best game in the Chelsea shirt, to be honest.
Yeah.
Palace 0, Brighton 0, Forest 3, Leeds United 1. Another 6-pointer. Another 6-pointer.
Leeds. We love Leeds.
Leeds. And finally, Brentford 3, Newcastle United 1.
I love that you left it till last.
I had to. For you, Ernest, for you, I had to. Please understand.
No, guys, you see this Newcastle team, yeah? I don't think you understand. Like, I have agendas in it. But you see this one? Oh, man.
Mandem, you see Newcastle United, yeah? Have you seen their record this season?
I love it.
Was it Lola said that they're 2 points? Who said it in the comment? Endo, in fact. 2 points off relegation. I said, hang on a minute, let me have a look.
Oh, man.
They've lost 3-1 on the bounce on the road to West Ham and Brentford.
Deep it. West Ham.
Holla if you hear me.
Who I've been
Holla
saying.
if you hear me. What?
The alarm is out.
And you know what's mad?
What?
Brentford are playing under a quote-unquote worst manager, and there's a bit of bone thugs, and there's a bit of just like Premier League Barclays now. And I love it.
Hey,
Because the football that man were rating anyhow for is happening in the west coast of London. I love it.
Hey, I can't lie. Credit to Keith Andrews. I thought it was a
Hey,
set.
look.
I think Keith Andrews is going to be sacked
Do what
first.
knows. And this is why I like. A man and a team who knows what they are. We know what we are. Set pieces to adapt. Throw in. Let me do what I'm good at. You people can hate what I want.
Yeah, go on.
That's what the manager's set piece man, isn't he?
Newcastle.
Newcastle know what they are.
Do they? You cannot have. I'm so sorry. You cannot have Anthony Elanga, Harvey Barnes, and Joe Linton in your team if you're a serious team. You can't.
Because I asked, remember, remember last week I asked a question and people
Sack off both of them. Give me Joe Linton.
because last week I asked the question, who's better, Anthony Elanga or Jacob Murphy? And Bear Man was saying Jacob Murphy, which tells you everything you need to know. You spent how much money on Elanga, who's not better than Jacob Murphy?
55 million.
Let's pause right there. Elanga, Wissa,
even for
Jacob Ramsey. That is horrific.
even him. What happened to him? Jacob
I'm not gonna lie. I thought Ramsey
stole his soul.
Yeah, I thought Ramsey's a baller. I like him.
I like Ramsey. I like him at Villa. He's a nice little tiny player. Where is he?
Nat has just opened up a can of worms.
Jacob
You know I
Ramsey.
like a can of worms.
Jacob Ramsey.
Anthony Gordon come to the table.
It's time. No, it's time. It's time. It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
Where's my belt? Where's my
Amount of
belt?
gaslighting I
Where's my
heard
belt?
about this youth from Everton. I said, guys, maybe you lot are watching something I'm not. He's not it.
If I get personal,
He is not
if
it.
I get personal now, they'll be moving mad because he lost his acne, grew his hair out, had a little 1-2 guns.
Brother,
He needs to cut that hair.
in the
Yeah,
shop,
what's
in the
the
shop this
AD?
weekend.
Yeah, cut that freaking hair.
I mean,
In the shop this week, they were telling me for England, he starts on the left wing ahead of Rashford.
can you believe?
Huh?
Anthony,
Can you believe?
Yeah, I've
Nah,
had a stinker.
nah,
I've had a stinker.
Nah,
I've had a
Anthony Gordon is any above average white boy that you rate because he gave you a couple jinky like a couple years ago, and he's carried that on. Bro, he is Harvey Barnes.
Harvey
He's
Barnes is
not-
better. Harvey Barnes is better.
I've always preferred Barnes, to be honest.
Harvey Barnes is much better.
Yeah,
Here's
he's
the thing that's alarming about Newcastle, guys. Yeah, on the road this season, 0-0 away at Villa, 0-0 away at Leeds,
I love it.
0-0 away at Bournemouth,
I love it.
2-1
keep it clean
away at.
sheet.
Let me keep going.
At least
2-1.
he's keeping clean sheets.
You hear him?
Something.
2-1 away at Brighton, 3-1 away at West Ham, 3-1 away at Burnley, Brentford. That's their record this season away from home.
Do you know what's saving them? It's because Champions League don't take them seriously, so they're winning. The Champions League are so kind of like, oh, we're not going to do it because Premier used to them, innit? So Premier kind of like figuring out can handle Newcastle. The Champions League lot think they're cheeky about it.
I'll be honest, Lola. The Champions League is a bit
Smelly.
a bit
Smelly.
Based on what I've seen on Newcastle playing football, I don't get how they're winning games. I'm so sorry.
No, because I think it goes back to the point I say every week on the pod. The Premier League superiority is
It's
athleticism,
high.
physicality,
It's so high.
and so ultimately, if you have a little bit of quality and you add those other components, you'll be okay in the form in the league stage.
Other parts of it.
Like,
If you
let's
want
have
to-
it.
Honest, that's a very good point, you know, because that midfield,
Adrian, fundamentally, is why I don't rate the other leagues.
It's
But
done.
let's have it right though. Newcastle go away to Athletic Bilbao. They ain't getting that kind of football because they will get packed in. They go away to
I'm not gonna lie. We beat Bilbao last year.
You don't know.
We beat Bilbao last year.
Maybe it's a bad example, but like a Villarreal, any Spanish team that can play good football will pack Newcastle in.
I'll give you an example. I don't think Barcelona should have beaten them at St. James's.
That was a good
Oh, you
game.
don't think?
Rashford scored 2 bangers.
The best goals, the best goals.
And it's because
Rashford
Rashford knows them. It's even adds to the theory. Rashford knows them.
He knows that.
Yeah, and Elanga should have had 2 assists. Elanga should have had 2 assists that game.
Rhythm is a dance.
Newcastle being the thugs that they are is what's helping them in the PLL because it's what they are. They're thugs. And one of my kind of joys was the Newcastle fans showing images of Joe Linton's look cut. I said, look, the amount of times I've seen you scissor Chelsea players.
That's pathetic.
I'm not hearing it.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's the last player that deserves sympathy.
If there's one team I want to go down for referees and punditry and commentators just being inside their bum when they do red card fouls per game, it's Newcastle United. And listen,
Here's the thing.
Sunderland, Newcastle derby,
That wasn't
will be there.
That one will be fun.
I need to
The
watch that.
Tyne away derby. The Tyne away derby. We will be there.
That's it. That's in 2 away games for Newcastle
Hey,
away.
that would be fun.
Eddie Howe.
I feel like Newcastle has let Eddie Howe down.
Hey?
I feel that Newcastle has let Eddie Howe down.
Lamlands.
And I want to see Eddie Howe. I want to see Eddie Howe kind of because, like, I think Eddie has done all he can at Newcastle. He's done everything. He can. Yeah, I think he's got them in the Champions League twice. He's won them a trophy. That is the end.
Legend.
Not because of Eddie Howe, but because of Newcastle United. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I need Eddie to remove himself, get out there, and send Newcastle down. No problem. Me, no problem.
Whoa.
You want to send Newcastle down? I'm happy. I'm
Whoa.
happy to see them go.
I agree at certain points. I agree at certain points. I don't agree that Eddie Howe is better than what they are. This, like you said, you kind of said it's Newcastle level because of Newcastle. I think it's Eddie Howe is not. I think you give him too much credit. Is what I'm saying.
Same thing. You not give this guy too much credit.
Eddie Howe is a phenomenal manager.
Oh,
What are we doing?
2 years out.
We need
Doing?
No, I'm not
I
saying
went to school. I know what a phenomenon is.
know what
Let's
I mean?
all relax.
AD, you're putting your hands on your head. Is he a phenomenal manager?
Phenomenal.
He's a bloody good. Oh, what?
Exactly.
Guys,
No. You said this is his level.
His record. Yeah. Let me preface. All right. Let me preface on how quickly in Newcastle are not giving him the tools in order to succeed, and also Newcastle are not even able to succeed the way Chelsea and City did when they got their money. Let's park that bus.
Yeah.
Right? Let's park that bus.
They sold Elliot Anderson and
Let's park
Minter.
that bus.
They sold Elliot Anderson and Minter.
Ernest, if Newcastle were allowed to do what Man City and Chelsea done, Eddie Howe would be fighting for the title.
what tools is he asking for that he's not getting?
A striker.
Hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying.
Is Watamada. Has he not been scoring goals?
Hear what I'm saying. Lola, hear what I'm saying. Lola, hear what I'm saying. When Chelsea and Man City got their money, we weren't talking about 1, 2, 3 players that they bought. They bought 11s. And they bought 11s again.
Yeah, but you're asking
and they
about...
bought No. I'm just... Let's... Listen. Hear what I'm saying. If Newcastle were allowed to be the Chelsea and Man City of their day, they would be fighting for the league title.
That's fantastic. That's never going to happen. So there's no point in dwelling on that.
Okay, man. So then. Ernest, you're saying you don't know. Ernest, remember Man City when they were given that first $1? Remember Chelsea when they were given that first $1?
Respectfully.
Remember where these guys were?
Respectfully. With all due respect to Mr. Howe, this is Joseph Guardiola we're talking about. You ain't of the level.
I'm talking about bro. I'm talking the Mancinis of the day. I'm talking the Mark Hughes of the day. Mark Hughes was fighting for the league. Mark Hughes was fighting for the league at Man City.
I hear you.
Ranieri at Chelsea. Free Ranieri.
No, but Pete, the question is, what you're saying he's not getting the tools. So what tools has he asked for that he's not getting?
No, what I'm saying is Newcastle is handicapped in the Premier League in comparison to what Man City and Chelsea were given when they were given their money.
I disagree. I disagree.
You can't.
Newcastle are literally not allowed to spend the same level of money that Chelsea and Man City did when they had their owners.
Yes, that was never going to happen though.
That's to sell 2 of the best players. Today they could do.
No, but what I'm saying is,
what are we doing here? Newcastle are the richest club in world football. They can't spend their money.
No, they can spend money. They just can't spend as much as they would like.
Listen, exactly. That's what I'm saying about Chelsea and City.
No, but exactly. But that was never going to happen. They changed the rules.
Guess what? Yeah, but it would have happened had Newcastle got the money back then. If the rules hadn't been the rules now,
2025. It's not back then. Doesn't matter. There's no point in bringing things.
Newcastle would beat Chelsea and Man City had they been allowed to do that.
If they had been bought back then, but we're not back then. The same
way. So this year. So this year, they signed Anthony Elanga, they signed Aaron Ramsdale, they signed Malik Thiaw, they signed Jacob Ramsey, Wissa, and Walter Made.
Yeah.
Guys, they signed 6 players.
How many of those are starters in comparison to when City and Chelsea were buying their players?
Why are you comparing it to that?
Because it's the same scenario. The reason why Newcastle are even in this conversation, the reason Newcastle are even in a conversation on the top 4 is because they got bought by owners, billionaire owners.
Spent money
because they used to be Leeds United, they used to be the Sunderland and everything else.
They signed 6 players this year.
But Peter, what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter what they used to be.
They've got rejected by 60.
The fact that they're in Champions League, the fact that we're thinking they should be doing better, it's because they have the money that's now. Using the whole that City did this when they got the money, it doesn't matter. It's not affecting them. They can't really use that.
You know my stance.
It's the point about Eddie Howe. The reason Eddie Howe has reached the ceiling at Newcastle is because Newcastle are not allowed to go as further as the other clubs did.
The reason why Eddie Howe's got the ceiling is because Eddie Howe is a fine manager. That's it. He was never going to do that anyway.
Oh.
Okay, wait, Lola. So are you telling me another manager does better than what he's done at Newcastle?
Yes, Eddie Howe's not great.
Flipping hell. All right, cool.
Oh.
All right, cool.
No. My whole point is, why do you have the points that you've acquired with 6 new players in the team?
The players are crap, Ernest.
They're not players.
How can we blame? But hold on. How can we blame Newcastle for not backing him properly when we don't know what he's asking for to say that these guys were plan C and plan D?
No, because Ernest, look, I'm not saying whose fault this is. He asked for Ekitike.
No, I'm saying if you're agreeing with Pete, no, but these players don't want to come to Newcastle, and that's a separate point. So if Peter's saying, which you agree, that they're not backing him the way he wants to be backed, that is fine. Who are the players he wanted? Because the guys who didn't want to come are all strikers. What about the wingers? What about the central midfielders?
What about Elliot Anderson?
Because you like Joe Linton. You as a manager like the fact that Joe Linton is there. You liked it.
You AD yourself. You personally rate Joe Linton. So why they are crap?
No. I don't even want to bring Adrian into this because it's too easy.
You actually okay. Question on the panel: do you guys actually think Newcastle have backed Eddie Howe?
I'm saying no, but Pete, that's not
a good question. That's not a good question.
It's a great question.
No, that's not the point. Though.
A guy that gets into the Champions League twice. This is what he served.
The point isn't. The point isn't.
And it's cooking.
No. The point isn't about whether they backed him or not. The point is, like any other team in this league, you bring in 6 new players. I expect to see something different. Newcastle are not better than last year. That is not because of the lack of backing.
And let's not act, and this is my point, let's not act that it was like it was 20 million. Let's not act like it was like small. They spent fees. They spent money.
It's so the
You see the question that Peter's asking, yeah? We've never asked that about Maresca.
Huh?
Hold on. If a guy makes the top 4 with Chelsea, in the current context of what Chelsea are in, and he gives you João Pedro and 20 million other players, we don't say Maresca's not getting the players he wanted.
We're not.
And my point is, Eddie Howe is a good Premier League manager. In this league, he's a good manager. But we can't say that they're not giving him the players he wants when you spend 55 million on Anthony Elanga. I'm so sorry, guys.
What I'm saying is he's overachieved at Newcastle.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'll give you that. Yes,
that's true.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So my point is, now that he's got it's the Pochettino effect all over again, where when he got Tottenham to a certain extent, there was another level for this club to go, and they didn't take it.
Okay, but the difference between him and Pochettino is there was 12 months where Pochettino didn't get a single signing.
Nothing.
Eddie Howe has 6.
No. But Ernest. There's 2 parts. There's 2 layers to that. Pochettino didn't get a single signing, but guess what? He was also able to keep his best players. He lost the world class striker this season.
But then you manage it. No, but you balance out. Pochettino didn't get signing when he gets. But then the equivalent is like Newcastle are not getting anyone. They have got quality left based on what they spent. They spent how much on that on the giant German?
80 million.
85 million.
He's been good. Okay, good purchase.
Obviously, it's not this, but he's basically so far been doing what he's supposed to be doing. You spent how much on Elanga? You bought Wissa after he was crying and you were begging for him. You've got Botman for a while was the best.
And Lola, how many of their other attackers have left?
What do you mean?
You've lost Isak. You were always going to lose Isak. How many of the other attackers have left?
But remember what they had. Ernest, remember what they had.
No, Pete.
Bear in mind, this is a team that's made the Champions League twice, yeah? And it was serving up with Jacob Murphy as your front right winger.
Well, let's deep it. Listen, let's put it this way. Yes, what they had at Isak was amazing. Remove Isak, you got Waterman who's still giving you some goals. Does that give you an excuse to be 2 points above?
No, that's not my argument. You're bang on with your point there. That you're correct. Bang on, you and Ernest, right?
No, but that's what we're saying, though, Pete.
But what I am saying is, look at the spreadsheet of players he came into with when he first joined. Look at what he done that first season when he not only saved them in terms of relegation, he finished like I think 12th that season, or even 10th, right? Then the next season he gets in the top 4. Go look at the squad he had then. Then go look at the squad when he missed out on the top 4. I think he finished 7th. And we were having this kind of conversation again about Eddie Howe when he finished 7th outside the top 4. Then the next season he finishes in the top 5 and wins the cup. Look at the spreadsheet of players he's got. He's not in the same bracket or breathing space of even Chelsea this year.
Okay.
So never mind the Man City, because my point is, when you look at, it's not just necessarily, has he got the money? The money is always there. My problem with the Newcastle project is Newcastle are not allowed to spend as much money as they would like to. But look at the quality of player that they're getting.
But that's where.
Hang on. So you man are telling me, what's his name? Eddie Howe goes into the summer transfer window. He looks at Wissa. He looks at Elanga. He looks at Voltemata in May 31st. No, he does not. No, he does not. That's what he's left with. That's what he's left with.
If you sign Harvey Barnes and you sign Joe Linton.
Yeah,
I can't say that this is not in your ballpark.
Ernest, come on, you're better than this.
For the sake of time.
One second, Robin. 1 second. Yeah. Look at the context of when he bought Joe. He didn't buy Joe Linton, by the way. Remember, he was already there.
No. He didn't. But just like Minte, if you want to get rid of Joe Linton, you could have.
Yeah, but if you get rid of Joe Linton, what else did they have in midfield?
Minter was pure profit.
Pete, if you spend 55 million on Elanga, you can sign a midfielder.
But when they sold, when you're talking about the players that they sold previously beforehand, yeah. Remember the context of Newcastle in that day. They're not the Newcastle of today. They're not in this. It's not the same. It's not the same context.
What you're doing is because Newcastle have been bought by this kind of mass. It's a different point from Erling, so you can say if he's right or not. But for me, in my opinion, you're comparing because Newcastle got taken over by I think the richest club in the world. I think you kind of force them into a bracket. They're just not. They're not as bad as they were, but they are basically a mid to upper mid-table team. Their age mates are Villa.
But they shouldn't be Lola. My point is that it shouldn't be a middle to top to middle team in the league.
Because they'll never be. Because what you're doing is comparing them to a situation that's never going to happen again. The cities and the
I'm comparing him, Lola. If Newcastle finish in this new money, with this new money that they have, if Newcastle finishing 7th, 8th, 9th, I'm totally with you. We're not having a conversation at all. The fact that Eddie Howe twice has overachieved beyond measure and won a cup for the first time in 50, 70 years, whatever the stat was. How is this his 11? How is this his 25 in the Champions League?
I'm aware.
Oh my God. Look at Emery's squad, for goodness sake, for less. Look at Emery's squad for less.
Huh?
You're talking about age mates. His Emery squad pisses on Newcastle's.
Okay, and what I'm saying, Eddie Howe's been here long enough, based on what I've seen him bring in, to believe that he wanted these men.
That's not fair.
Has Emery spent
that's what he wanted to bring
Tell
in?
me why that's not fair, because this is a man who's been here not for 1 season or 2, he's been here for longer than that. So why can't
that's what I said to you. That's what I said to you earlier. I said, you think in May 31st, that was his shopping list?
No, but it wasn't. We all know he wanted Ekitike. Ekitike didn't want him. So he went and got another.
But that's just in one position. That's just in one position.
Not one position. I'm talking about all the players. We've mentioned all the players that he signed this summer.
100%
None of them were his first choice.
But I kept asking you, and you can't tell me if that's his list or not.
I said no. I said from the beginning, this is not his list. This is not the players he wanted.
But how do you know it's not his list when Newcastle is foot? Why do you think I call them bone thugs at
So
home?
hence why I say, because Ernest, it's not the manager that signs the players anymore. We've got a sporting director that they once had, then he's gone elsewhere. They've got another one that's coming. Nobody knows who's going from where. Nobody at that football club they don't even have a CEO at the minute.
So are you angry at PSR?
Both PSR, park it, but also that's why I said park it, because it's a non-argument, right? Because at the end of the day, nothing will change. But Newcastle as an institution, this is not the best they can do.
Ernest, by the way, Mbeumo, they did want Mbeumo. They did.
And Adrian, you're bringing me another forward. What I'm
No,
asking,
right wing. It would have been the right wing.
that's a forward,
Guys, they were not. Eddie Howe does not have the tools for a season that's in the Champions League and the Premier League. The point is there, proven. The result.
But my whole point is also this: do you think?
Trafford as well.
I'm it's one of those things where I just can't see what the situation is in terms of like Eddie Howe. We've all agreed is a good manager who has overachieved. But I'm saying my view on it all is like, do you think he has no power? He has no power at all, and this to have no influence at all. So
tell me who you think he bought.
Because if that's how you're thinking, then fair enough, that's your reason for. Because I don't think he has zero say at all.
Right, no. Can I read you this list though?
Yeah, but he's been shafted.
Newcastle told Isak he's not training with them anymore. Not Eddie Howe. Do you remember when Eddie Howe was in those press conferences having to answer stupid questions because he didn't even know where his own player was? Yeah, this is what's going on at Newcastle.
Yeah, I'm not. But what I'm saying is there's a difference between having no power, having some power, having all the power. I don't think Eddie Howe is 100% powerless in this.
Eddie Howe has no power. He's proven it. He's proven he has no power there. And yet, even with the no power, he goes leaps and bounds. That's why he's a top manager.
Yeah, no, he's a good manager who's done
top manager. His Bournemouth career and his Newcastle career is unmatched.
The next time he goes to, it's either not going to be a top club, or it will be a top club and he will fail, and then we'll come back.
England.
Turn him into who can
manage England. You watch. Tuchel will leave. You'll manage England. You watch.
But the fact of the matter is,
managing England doesn't disprove what we're saying.
She said that we won't manage a top club. We'll manage England.
It's a country.
England's not a club.
It's a country.
It's even higher. It's even higher. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the England job is prestigious for an English manager and for a lot of managers. But it's not the. Like, you have to win the World Cup to be of note in this country.
Right. Easy question.
You have to win the Euros to be of note in this country. Like we've seen Gareth Southgate go to a final.
Nobody wants him.
Like,
You want him at your club?
None of you here want Gareth Southgate.
No, what I'm saying, listen, the context, guys. Context is king. We are so Eddie Howe would be the next England manager because he's top quality.
Yeah,
He's the best English manager.
Not Southgate because it was a rescue job.
Okay, different question.
Different context.
Top quality. Are you taking Eddie Howe at Arsenal?
I would take him at Arsenal.
Okay, that's very different because I'm not taking him in the heart.
Yeah, I would take him at Arsenal. He's a top quality manager.
Yeah, damn thing at Arsenal, but that's the thing. That's ends it.
He's punching. Look what he's got Dan Burn doing.
Hey, Adrian, would you take him at Liverpool?
Do I honestly looking?
I genuinely
looking.
There we go.
Ask me.
There we go.
Honestly, I genuinely think he would manage at any top Premier League club, any of them.
And bro,
Okay.
Any of them.
Can I be honest, guys? I don't know how we can't. Like, the guy's been shafted. He's been bent over a barrel.
I completely disagree.
Honest, do we do this list?
What's the goal of the week?
Let me read out this list quickly.
Haaland.
Ekitike, Sesko, Hoyson, Embremo, Pedro, Kudus, Gehi, Delap, Trafford, and I'm going to put Minte, and I'm going to put Elliot Anderson to that.
What's about it? What about it?
That was about
You guys not
10.
being
That was
back-
nearly like 10 forwards and like
what?
one midfielder.
I named the centre half, I named the midfielders, I named the goalkeeper.
You named your goalkeeper, defender, and forwards. We can't say it's all forwards.
What he named James Trafford.
Ooh,
Named-
he wanted him.
Guys, come on, man.
No, Trafford.
Hold on.
picked.
The same guy that wanted James
you
Trafford,
want-
I'm meant
you
to
want-
believe didn't want Wissa.
Who you want to rate?
What?
No, the
They
point
were not
is,
the first
give him-
choices, man.
give him
These
what
were
he
not their
wants.
first choices.
Yeah,
No,
man.
no,
Newcastle walk into a window. Their first choice isn't Trafford. Their first choice isn't
club-
Wissa. Their first choice
Every
isn't
club gets
Elanga.
that. Not every club always gets the first choice. It's not new.
Nobody
funny that.
gets a
Funny that.
window of 80% their first choice.
Oh, but I ended up with Elanga and Jacob
But
Ramsey.
you have to add context. Let's keep it a buck. No club always gets their first choice. And also, it's Newcastle.
This isn't first. They're going to get to Elanga.
Yeah, but
Hold on. So sorry, Oscar. Are we saying that because of his signings this year is why they're this bad?
Yes.
Yeah, you're shameless.
Crazy.
He's got top 5 2 years out of 3.
Guys, what is the goal of the week?
Been a Champions League side based on their squad. They should have never been a Champions League side and never won a trophy. He did both.
You're shameless.
What is the goal of the week, people?
Trossard.
Haaland.
Doku.
Doku.
Oh my God! Come on,
Doku
guys.
or
Trossard's
Buendia?
goal was so cold, man.
Wait, guys, what happened to Buendia? I ain't seen him in like 18 months, and I'm on tweeping again.
He's a Brockfoot. He was a Brockfoot. He'll get injured again.
Yeah, first. He's
You know what? For the sake of time, Doku.
I'm gutted about that. Trossard's goal reminded me of Arsenal at Old
It's
Trafford.
definitely
Anyway,
Every time Arsenal score from open play, Peter puts them for goal of the week. You know,
you're cool. Doku is the goal of the week. Player of the
It was
week.
a good finish, though. It was a good finish, though.
Player of the week.
2 for 2.
Ooh.
Player of the week.
Doku has a shout again.
Do you know what? Yeah, I saw.
I want to go back.
I saw extended highlights of the Brentford Newcastle game, and you know, Igor Thiago was a handful.
Someone said it, yeah,
And-
and I kind of lean towards it. He's getting goals on that, and I'm very happy for him. I still don't like.
He's
him.
got 8 goals.
He's a
Yeah.
Newcastle
Goals.
striker. He's a
It's like-
Newcastle striker.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like I rate that he's getting goals, but I just don't.
I'm sure he would.
Like,
Do you know what I'm very happy about though? I'm happy he's scoring goals because remember that was their, I think it was their record-breaking signing last season. So
Yeah.
it was a Thomas Frank signing, and he was gone for the whole season. He got injured in preseason and missed the whole season. So to see him come back and do what he's been doing, I'm so happy for him.
I swear
Credit
to you,
him.
I thought he was a new signing. I thought he signed this
No,
year.
bro, he was there last year. Big boy. It was the Ivan Toney replacement. Big boy signing,
Fair enough.
and they didn't have him for a year.
Actually, I think he played like maybe like 3 or 4 games back in the last season, and he was horrible.
Well,
Like, obviously, he wasn't fit, innit?
All right, play of the week.
Yeah,
Come on.
Doku.
player of the week, Callum Wilson.
I'm going Ballard.
Turn it into Callum Wilson. Turn it.
You know what? Ballard.
Dan Ballard. Dan Ballard. Impressive.
Why?
Ballard was brilliant.
dunked on his
He was
former
brilliant. I'm
club.
never gonna. Cause as someone,
I'm
as
giving it
someone-
to Ballard the same reason you gave goal of the week to Trossard.
and as someone who
I'll
has
turn it
background,
in earnest.
Come on.
the thing is with Ballard, yeah, it's like with Ballard, it's personal because I've rated him since Haaland, so I've just want him to do what he did. He was sick in the game as well. So.
And
No, I'm giving it to him.
that was a
I'm giving
finish.
it to him because he's Haaland. That's how I'm giving it to him.
And it was a finish. It was a finish. It
And he
was
got
a
the
finish.
assist, and he got the assist for the winner as well, by the way. So and the block for the. We would have won that game if he didn't block it. So
Oh,
he's like,
Marino.
He's played a week.
So look, see what I'm saying. He got a goal. He got the assist, and he's the one who blocked that Marino goal that would have gone in.
And he celebrated against his former club. He dunked on their heads, man.
So I can't hate it. He was great. So
Okay, Dan Ballard is the player of the week. Who's the team of the week?
It's
give it
either
Chelsea.
Aston Villa or Manchester City.
City slapped Liverpool.
City slapped Liverpool. Let's give them what?
Give it Chelsea.
We're here again.
What happened?
What happened now?
Remember what I said the last couple of weeks?
The team that beats Liverpool.
The team that's beating Liverpool. Like, at what point do we stop this?
No, but they weren't.
That's why I said it's either Aston
hang
Villa or Man City.
But I got grilled last week. Liverpool have 5 Premier League defeats in 11.
Yeah,
And I said at some point, is it because Oscar was it Oscar that was it Liverpool Chelsea that beat Liverpool and everyone had a hard on? And I'm there thinking, hang on a minute, at what point do we just say, look, I'm genuinely serious.
I hear you, but my reason is because City were actively sick in that game.
They were actually. I'm giving you 2 options. I'm giving you 2 options: Aston Villa or Manchester City.
I
That
hear
is
Villa
your-
more than I hear City, if I'm honest.
It's a democracy. People can vote. I'm still saying City.
I hear it.
Hey, did you look under the hood of that Villa one though? I think Bournemouth had higher XG.
I watched the Villa. Yeah, to be fair, actually, I watched the Villa game. I watched the Villa game. So,
I was gonna give it to
Hey, we had more XG than Man City actually.
I was gonna give player of the week to Martinez.
I'll turn it in.
I
mean,
I think he was good.
Yeah, no, to be fair, he was. I can't deny
I'm
that.
not mad at anything. I just
Honest, elite mentality.
I just thought
Oh, speaking of Martinez, different one. What the hell's your boy doing on international duty?
He's not playing.
I don't think it's that.
He's not playing. He's not playing. He's just going fitness. He's just going fitness.
He's going for fitness.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, so I
He's going to Argentina for fitness.
get your ass in them, Carrington boy.
Wait, I don't think it's
Is
that.
he still a Man United player? That's the
And it
first
doesn't
thing.
make sense. And it doesn't make sense.
Did he
No,
register this season?
Okay, I'm
No,
not.
Ernest,
This is not a
Ernest.
hill. This is not a hill I'm willing to die on.
no,
I don't
it's
care.
one of those ones where he's traveling too
Ernest.
far. We're not going to play. It seems like a waste of time. You're traveling all that way to then come back all tired and all that stuff.
Tired.
No, Ernest, if I put some kilos and if I put about
But he's not going to Argentina. I think Argentina are here because they got.
no, if
They're
this
in-
was
they're in
Luke
Europe.
Shaw, if
Oh,
Luke Shaw did this, it would look.
No, actually, I'm lying. They're in Qatar because they're doing the finalissima between Spain and Argentina. Yeah,
To
that's
me,
why.
It's a
Yeah.
howler if he plays.
Okay, fair enough.
No, but
No, it's a howler from Argentina. It's not a howler for him.
No, but Adrian's asking me if Luke Shaw did this. I'm like, well, Luke Shaw to me,
Luke Shaw has done
Luke
this.
Shaw has a history of just being a weasel. So I'm not like Martinez does not have the same cachet. Like he's actually on coming back to play for United. So I'm not. I don't. To me, it's not like
Me personally,
You've been there for like a year.
I don't like my.
It was a big injury. It was a big injury.
You don't go to Argentina.
He's going to Qatar.
Okay. Team of the week then. What did we agree on?
Chelsea.
I'm still going Manchester City because
I'm
the
going
way
AD,
it was an impressive win.
Yeah, I'm going City, man.
Ernest.
for the sake of time, City.
All right, Man City is the team of the week. Who's not that guy this week?
Look, I had something. I've forgotten.
You know what? Mac 10.
Nah, that's not fair.
What did
Nah,
Mac 10 do?
he has to come to the table.
What, DJ Mac 10?
No.
No.
Oh, thank
McAllister.
God. Christ. Oh, my God. I was like, listen, Graham is in the mud right now. The last thing I needed was this after
You know what?
getting last thing I
You know
needed
what?
was Mac 10.
You know what? Peter's been doing this thing where like the old Peter's coming back, trying to rear his head.
Bro, Matt 10 is active though. He's active.
I mean, the one at Liverpool's not. So you know.
Hey,
Okay.
Who is
He
Matt
shouldn't be called Mac 10, but I hear you. I hear you still.
Which
I
one is
hear
Matt
you
10?
still.
Not in all seriousness, McAllister has been poor. He's been poor. And again, we could talk about victim or criminal. Which one is he? But today, I'm gonna talk about the criminal. There is a level of the same thing I said about Eze. He's not taking enough offensive responsibility. I think that there is a level of head loss that I'm seeing with McAllister. No, listen, you lot shouldn't be surprised when I say things because I get onto everyone. I'm not like you lot, biased youths. All of you
do.
biased.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Who's better now? Eze or Odegaard?
Eze's at home. What's he doing?
Who?
Huh?
Sorry,
we do not have time for this conversation.
Odegaard's at home.
We do not have time for this conversation.
So?
We do not have time. We do not have time for this conversation.
Hold on.
God.
Robin, you know what? Because I respect you, because I think at the same time. Because the brother in the grey hoodie's trying it. I don't know what
He asked you the question.
Brother, and you're the usual. And Robin, you see this guy, yeah? You see Oscar. This is what I don't like about this guy. When me and Adrian are chatting serious things, Oscar's typing bare long. You don't respond.
I was waiting for like 3 hours.
You're still a little adlib here and there. When Adrian asks me a question, man's been, yeah, Adrian, yeah. Don't relax, brother.
That's it.
You saw that too. Oscar was typing for time. I went to work. I came back. Oscar said nothing.
Guys,
Oscar said nothing.
If I have WhatsApp open, I'm just reading.
Yeah. Just like you didn't have WhatsApp open after you went to the Chelsea game. Yeah, we remember that. All right. Anyway. Alexis McAllister.
Let it work out.
Alexis McAllister. We got to have some words, man. You get me? Like, there is a level of responsibility we require from a man that's just won the league in midfield.
World Cup
winner as well. And I gave him his flowers when he won the World Cup.
No, you did.
But today, we can't just all blame Arnie Slot. We can't all just blame the manager, brother. Man are moving past this guy like he's a youth. You know when you're going to get picked up from school, you see all the parents breeze past you, but mum ain't come yet, dad ain't come yet, brother. It's a bit too much, dog.
Do you know what? Who came to my? I just watching the game and I saw somebody, a City player, burst past McAllister. Do you know who came to my mind?
Who?
Post ACL Lucas Leiva.
Damn.
But anyways, as you were saying, cool.
But you know what? You know. Speaking of midfielders at City, Gonzalez is playing well.
They went to sell him, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. He's not Rodri. He's not excellent, but he keeps the ball. He keeps ball possession quite well.
He's doing what's
But again.
Do you want to extend that to Mateus Nunes as well, just out of curiosity?
Yeah,
Do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know what it is?
Not bad at all.
For me, the simple fact that Pep said your first touch is poor, and now you're playing fullback instead of central midfield.
It's a howler.
It's a howler, man. Like I can't.
Ernest, go to the beginning. What did he say about Nunes when he was at Sporting?
What did he say about him?
He said he's one of the best players he's ever seen.
That's
Pep. That is Pep.
Pep's evil.
Guardiola is the kind of guy he would say like your mom is the greatest mom of all time. He would have
the greatest mom is crazy.
Bro, he would come and
all the mums.
He would have visited your mom. Literally, you say, "Oh, this is my mom." You know, mom, this is Pep.
Yeah.
She's so nice. This is the I swear to you. You know the video of his 1000th game? Have you seen the video where all these old managers have come back to congratulate him?
Hey, Neil Warnock's one gave me joke.
Since when did him and Warnock have a little bond like this? Get out of here, man.
They done something. Was it like an interview? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Years ago. Yeah, there was a couple. Yeah, there was one years ago.
Yeah.
I see Nigel Clough. I said, yo, what's going on here?
Yeah, but I think these lot. These lot proper. Like we rate him as fans. These lot know what it takes to be a manager. And they look at him and they're like, yeah, that's what it looks like.
What's quality?
Bro, he's
all the
Pep's
managers
revolutionary, bro. He's more than a manager.
What's quality is that it's the managers have also hit 1,000. That's what I thought was remarkable. Like not many do 1,000, bro.
That's
Not
true.
many
That's
do
true.
1,000.
That's true.
Like to do 1,000 games.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm
That's
very shocked. I'm very shocked Fergie wasn't in the video.
No, but yeah,
See, rivals.
he wrote something, didn't he?
Did he write? Okay.
So no. So more so, he's doing so Guardiola's going to the LMA Hall of Fame, and
Sick.
and Ferguson is inducting him.
Sick.
So it's a lot more. I think it's the LMA Hall of Fame. I think it's
All I hear is LMA. So I'm like, what's
what did I say?
That's it. Boot up.
LMA. I think it's the League Managers Association, something like that. I think that's what it stands for.
That's what it stands for.
Okay, yeah. So that's what he's getting inducted via Sir Alex. Oh yeah, McAllister, man. Alexis Mac 10. What's his middle name? I swear he's got a funny name.
Them man not Scottish. They're not Argentinian, man.
Yeah, I heard that actually.
Yeah. His
dad used to play
parents were
football. Yeah, his dad used to play
the
football.
Scottish ancestry, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
half Scottish, half Argentina, which is mad.
yeah. Anyway, I don't
Oh
want
my
to.
days! Whoa, guys! I think I've got this wrong. According to Wikipedia, do you know what Alexis's middle name is?
Is it like something like Seamus or some stuff?
Probably right. Mac.
It's it's Mac. Is it?
No, apart, what is Alistair name by itself?
No, it's
Yeah, Alistair. Yeah, so it's weird.
McAllister.
In Scotland, it would be the MC Callister, MC Alistair. So McAllister, but
I'm assuming through the generations they made it.
yeah,
They split it up.
they split it out. Yep, Mac 10. You're not that guy this week, man. Guys, it's the international break.
You know.
It's the international break. We'll take. Should we take a Monday off?
No idea.
What is happening? Sorry.
Will Nigeria qualify for the playoffs?
They won't, and I told you. Like, in the group stages, so
Niger.
I'm not.
Hey,
You're on to Lola, isn't it?
don't
That's
forget, bro.
because he knows I'm on Jamaica, because I know if they play any African team, they're losing. That's what happened in the Unity Cup when they played us and they lost. So
Jamaica got talent, bro. Reggae boys, they've got talent.
Jamaica got talent, but when they played Nigeria without any of our star boys, they still lost. So I don't care.
If you're not doing nothing on Saturday, bro, get yourself down to the Emirates, blood. Brazil, Senegal, bro. What?
Well, get us a ticket then, Pete.
No, go get yourself a ticket, you mug. Moron. Always asking for freebies. He's giving me nothing his whole life. Giving me nothing. This guy's gone to Robbie Williams. This guy's gone to the Emirates countless times to watch the Arsenal. He's gone bare times to the Arsenal versus Chelsea. He's been in a box for Napoli in the Europa League. How dare you ask me to get you a ticket?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That's my favorite part of the pod.
Fraud.
He said he's always asking me for things. He's never giving me anything.
Nothing. You know what? It's like I'm the 50 Cent of G Unit in this family, yeah? This thieving Lloyd
Who's he
Banks.
telling to Leo?
He's Lloyd Banks. Yayo at least will give me my props. Yayo will talk about me all the time. I saved his life. But Banks, Lloyd Banks over here. Nah, man.
Hey, Pete, speaking of 50 Cent, he was in the south of France, baby. Central Bay.
I'm already like, rich. I'm already there.
Man didn't call his brother or nothing to say, yo, bro.
Oscar was on the streets of Monte Carlo.
He was in
And
Chanel.
he sent pictures to me of him being on the race where Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri laid the tarmac.
Hey,
come on.
Oh,
the speed at which Pierre answered back. So that's
man. I've had enough. That's his first response for everything. It's his first boys are at the Emirates. Give me a ticket, then get out of here, man. Man.
Oi, speaking of Lando Morris, have you tasted it? Awful drink. The Oh, Google it. It's at the Arsenal kit.
That is a straight red. Get off this pitch.
That's how we end this international break.
What's wrong with what's wrong with the man them?
That's how we end this international break.
Yeah, look like the Arsenal kit. Look like the Arsenal kit. This
That is not what you meant. We would not have got that.
What do you mean that's not what I meant?
I've had that. I've had
He said
that
London Morris. I've had this drink. It's disgusting.
Oh, listen, let me tell you something right now. If it's a McLaren drink, I'm backing it. I've backed like 5 of those before. What
flavor is it? Melon Zuzi.
Oh my gosh.
Pete, that was close.
That was very close.
Pete, that was close.
On that note,
guys,
it's been sensational. We'll be back after the international break weekend, where there'll be Premier League action. It's the North London derby. Any other games? Does anybody know? Any other big games that anybody knows of? We'll be talking about that.
We don't care. We don't care.
Great drink. You got to tilt it forward like this. You got to tilt it.
Yo.
Okay. You know, are childish, man.
Childish. See, look. See,
look at that bad boy.
Listen,
so yeah, guys. Wait, Pete. By the way, our next pod is Monday the 24th. Man United versus Everton, 8 p.m. kickoff.
Everton. Is it?
Oh god.
Man United Everton on a Monday.
We're not playing in Europe.
Yeah, David Moyes are losing that for nobody, man.
Yeah, man. All right. We'll be live from Old Trafford then.
Yeah, we'll be live from Old Trafford, and thank you because we finally hit 400 subscribers, people. So, yes.
Sensational. All right, guys, we'll see you then after that sensational weekend. Enjoy the international break. We'll be back on Monday this week.
We'll be back.
8 p.m. Peace.